Xander's still deafened.
Yeah, I'm aware. That's fine. We'll start.
Ooh.
Last time, all of you were in the crypt of the Arazel family. You faced off against a Grootslang, a large like elephant serpent creature, along with oh my gosh, Lord Singlock, um, the magic guy. Someone remind me the name, please.
Ankh-4, Professor
Professor
Ankh.
Ankh-4, and Ragnar, who shot at all of you. After a fight filled with like water, freezing them, people freezing themselves to the platform, um, people getting shot, uh, and just a bunch of shenanigans. You guys managed to kill the Groot Slang, and you also managed to defeat the person, the Ragnar, basically, that was up on the bridge. After gathering equipment and objects, you spoke to the king, who said that you guys would receive some kind of boon um, soon. He didn't specify when, but he's the king. I'm sure he'll get around to it. After that entire encounter, you guys went off to rest at the Mammoth's Wealth. The last thing that happened, if I remember, Gloria handed off the book to
Zala.
Zala. And then just vanished into the darkness as all of you went to rest at the Mammoth's Wealth. The following day, all of you wake up, you've taken a long rest, you've all leveled up. Everyone should be level 8, 7?
7.
Yeah. All of you have leveled up. You guys go down for breakfast. And the day is yours. And we're going to go ahead and enter a period of downtime for the next couple weeks until the morning, at least the day before, the King's Challenge. So we're just going to move time forward for the next 2 weeks. And you guys, I'm going to go throughout all of you, and you guys let me know what it is you want to do with your time. If you guys want to do stuff together, just let me know. 2 weeks is more than enough time to get any activities you guys want done. So let's go ahead and roll initiative, if you guys don't mind.
Oh, that means like it's my best stat.
I mean, just go ahead and
Easy clap.
Easy clap, I bet you got a clap.
Oh, whoops, damn it.
I'm gonna use my thing to reroll.
Get fucked, boys.
Nice.
I have advantage on
26. Damn, you rolled a 28? Fuck.
Jesus, Raylan.
Shoddy bad.
Jake has initiative over me. For show.
yeah, I'm gonna reorder it here in a second. Zala is automatically at 0.
We have the same thing.
Mark, what'd you roll?
4
4
plus 3 to 7.
7. Okay. I think that's everyone. Then we're going to go ahead and start with Raylan. Raylan, during this 2-week period, according to my calendar, today should be the 5th. The 16th is basically the next weekend, is when things kick off. What do you want to do?
I'd probably find Talaxi, inform her about the situation with Singlock, and also inform the group, because I forgot about it. Well, Raylan forgot about it. About the saint, the church bitches, and the fucking steps of apostle.
So the morning after the big battle, do you like tell the party first, or do you just head out and look for Talaxi?
I'll probably tell either Yeska or Tethman. I'll probably tell Tethman.
So you walk up to Catherine and let him know about the it was the monks, right, at the steps of the apostles.
Yeah, because Talaxi. I know someone told me to visit them.
I'm pretty sure it was Talaxi.
Yeah, it might have been Talaxi. Probably was.
I can't remember the name of the monks, but I'll find it here in a little while. But yeah, you head off and you try and find Talaxi. Go and roll an investigation check. See if you find her on this day.
Okay, let's go, baby. My worst stat. Oh yeah, starting off right with an 11.
11. Go and roll real quick. Oh, jeez.
Wow, is she running from me? The fuck?
Not necessarily. She's just kind of busy these
Okay.
next 2 weeks. So she's a little bit more difficult to find than normal. Normally, you just find her. You would find her over at the bar, but
Normally she finds me.
so you spent the better part of your first day looking for her. You don't find her. I'll give you another chance to find her. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, just no. Braylon's gonna chill and just contemplate. Actually, no. Is there a gym or something around here? I'm gonna go beat up shit.
You're looking for a gym?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Because I have a lot of anger I need to take out. 18.
18. You wander around looking for Talaxi. You kind of give up halfway through the day, not being able to find her at her normal like haunts. As you're walking across the heart, you do stumble upon what looks like some kind of gym, at least some space of recreation, where you see people either like lifting or boxing. There's a small fighting ring that looks like professional, not like just a bunch of random ruckus people like duking it out. This looks like people that have are training to be boxers and that kind of thing. It's just kind of an outdoor style gym, and people are just working out. It doesn't look like you need a membership or anything. You just walk up and start messing with stuff.
All right. If there's like one of a punching bag, I'm using it.
Yeah, you see a series of different like punching bags and stuff. A couple of people are already like working on it. There is one that is currently available.
I'll
It's
take
a
it.
bright red with a bunch of like tape on it to like patch any holes or anything.
I'm smacking the shit out of it, kicking it, whatever.
Okay, you see a very like skinny but like sculpted dude that's currently tactically smacking um the bag like right next to yours, and he just kind of like eyes you for a moment, just keeps going. It's just kind of like a look of like not recognition, but just seeing who else is there.
Okay.
Oh, roll strength check.
Oh hey, anger pays out. 18.
18. You did pretty good. And you spend a good part of the day. How long are you gonna devote to this like training regimen?
I mean, probably like 3 hours a day.
Okay. Okay. So we'll get back to you at the top of the initiative. Catherine.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rune using my door here in my bedroom.
In the Mammoth's Wealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I am going to use my attunement to change it to... Shoot, I can't remember the name. Let me pull up my notes. The last place we were in.
Rimper Run?
Yeah, to Rimber Run. And I will go to Rimber Run. Well, yeah, I'll go to Rimber Run.
Okay. So you where do you put the rune? Like just in this particular room, like in a closet or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Closet seems perfect.
Cool. You find a closet in this room that is not yours. You drop a rune. What does it look like for the capital?
For the capital, it's a crown.
Okay. You drop that rune in the closet, and then you affix the door to the wall and set it for Rimber Run. You leave it slightly ajar, and you go through.
I go buy some travel supplies, food, water, stuff like that, bedding. a bedroll. I think I have a bedroll actually, but just the general stuff you would need for a small adventure.
Okay.
And then I travel north to where the map that I read about in Professor Ankor's studies said one of the temples was.
Okay. Do you tell anyone where you're going?
Yeah. I will tell. I'd actually tell Zala, but Zala's not here. But I would tell Zala, and I
You-
would
You look
probably.
you look around for Zala. You don't see her anywhere. She's not currently
Yeah.
available for you to give this information to.
Right. Then I would tell Raylan.
Okay.
For sure. For sure.
So you're going on a little adventure?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me. It is snowing because it is winter. So it is a lot rougher going. Do you spend any amount of gold for like horses or anything like that?
Sure. If it makes it easier, I would.
Yeah, it'll stop it from being disadvantaged. Normal,
Gotcha.
normal roll. So I'm gonna say 10 gold just to.
Got it. And then I will cast, or I'll use guidance on this as well. So let me roll that d4. Extra one. A 17 total.
17. You start heading north on the section of map that was indicated to you. The further north you go, you stop by a small town called Bishopton. In Bishopton, there seems to be like a little bit of an uproar. You do see several people walking around, just humans, dwarves, the general allure. There's also quite a large amount of owl people here, just humanoid owl people. There's also a church of there's a church here called the Church of Gore, which you've heard about a couple times. Go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
Religion check. Religion check. 24.
24. Yeah,
Gore.
you've definitely heard of the Church of Gore. It's basically the Planet Fitness of
Nice.
like Sephiria. It's just a bunch of bodybuilders and they worship themselves. The body is the temple. And they take it very literally.
Very cool.
So that's kind of like their highlight of this small town, but you're pointed in the direction of a section of woods called, sorry, pulling up notes here. Oh, come on. The Baydruk Forest, just north of Bishopton. And they say that somewhere within the Baydruk Forest, beyond the Commodore's castle, or the previous Commodore's castle, is the place that you're probably asking for. It's kind of like a set of ruins that have been there for a long time. And go and roll just a general investigation check for me.
General investigation. 16.
With 16, word of mouth has spread of lights appearing over that section. It is not an easy place to get to if you've never been there. So it's up to you. You can attempt to get there yourself or try and find someone that can lead you there.
I'd hire a Sherpa if one exists.
Roll one more investigation for me.
Roll an investigation. 16.
16. There is one person in town. Normally the leader of the Church of Gore would help you out themselves. Their name is Hordry Pordry. But they can't at this time. They do have a friend named Jonathan the Brave, who should be able to assist you.
Very cool.
Let me check something real quick. So he points you in the direction of this hovel. that you see. I will say that this journey just to get here is taking you 2 days. So it's for you right now. It's the 7th. Uh, so you find this. He points you in the direction of this hovel. You see that a section of the wall has just looks like recently patched or added. A lot of this town looks like it's been almost decimated and then rebuilt. Um, from what you gather, you're not entirely sure what's up, but um, it's also not very important to your current mission. Um, yeah, you're in front of this hovel.
That was
What
me
do you do?
knocking. I don't know if it came through on the
I
mic.
didn't hear anything. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll knock on the door.
The door just kind of like pushes open slightly, and the door it's unlocked. It's just ajar now.
Is it lit inside?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Then I'll remove my hand from my Glock in my side, on my side.
Yep.
I'll go in. Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm looking for someone to show me the way to the ruins up north. And I heard you were available.
You see, sitting at a table, um, an elven man, balding, well, not balding, like a receding hairline that's like about here, um, and he has kind of like a beer gut thing going on. You can see on the wall there's a bunch of like plate mail that he seemed to have worn at some point. It looks like he used to be a knight of Sephiria. And next to it is a rather impressive looking glaive, um, that is half metal, half crystal, with a bunch of like, think of like an RGB keyboard. That's how much light and glowing magic is pulsing off of it.
Very cool.
Um,
It's razor sharp.
yes. As he looks at you and says, "Oh, hello. So you need to go up north to ruins.
Yeah.
All right. Well, um, my name's Jonathan.
Nice to meet you.
I'm the local Sherpa, I suppose.
Very
now-
great.
I charge 3 copper a day.
Perfect. It's easy enough.
All right. Well, you ready to go, or do you need
Yeah,
to?
I'm born ready.
Okay. Do you have supplies for me too, or do I need to get those?
I can pay for supplies, or if did I buy enough for both of us? I don't think so.
No, you probably have just supplies for you.
Yeah, no, I only have my own.
Okay. Well, I'll subsist on plants, I suppose. He stands
Okay.
up and he grabs his sword. You see that he's struggling with it, as it kind of just tips over, and he starts just dragging it behind him. He doesn't take his armor, at least doesn't bother to, and just starts dragging it behind him as he goes outside. You see he's also like not wearing winter clothes. Like, all right, you ready? Let's head out. Let's go.
Very well.
And he starts leading you to further into the Baydrock Forest.
Ta-da!
So we'll get back to you later in the initiative. Leo, what are you doing?
Okay. Okay, so I think Leo, with some downtime, is kind of thinking back to the crazy dream he had. Um, I'm trying to think. Did he ever have confirmation that the entity in the dream, I guess, was Baldengrad, or because I remember he read a book, or he looked at a book with some information, but I don't
Wh-
remember if
Which
that
dream are
connection
you
was there.
talking about? Because you've had a couple of dreams.
The like really big dream where I like fought a thing.
Oh, the one where it was like he was writing something.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that particular one, that was you get a strong sense that was probably Goldenrod.
Okay. So I have a little bit of information on that god. Can I see if there is any following of Aldengrad in the city? Any kind of temple or anything possibly?
Yeah. You head over to the Steps of the Apostles, a section of like different divinities and churches and just walks of life, not necessarily religions, but there's also magics and other such things. There's a college of sciences there too. And as you're walking through, just go ahead and do an investigation check for me.
There it is. Just a 5.
Walking through, it takes you longer than you anticipated. Like the first day, you didn't manage to find a particular church, but there was a lot more of the steps to look through. The second day, as you head out and you look through, you kind of ask around a little bit, and people start pointing you in the direction. You see that there is a church beyond the Saphirian Cathedral, the massive one with the statue of Saphira directly in front of it. There's a slightly smaller church. It's made of mostly metals, metallurgy. It just kind of coated in this building. It's not gaudy or anything. It looks like a brick building, but on closer inspection, you notice that the majority of it is ingots and iron, steel, metals, all kinds, adorning this entire building. As you enter, there are several different people inside. A couple of people just worshiping, saying silent prayers. There's a couple of people just muttering hymns here. But go ahead and roll just a general religion check.
Okay. 8.
8. You haven't been to many churches, so you're not entirely sure what the norm is, but there is like a stoicism here that is odd. Mostly when you see churches, you see people congregating or speaking or whatever. Most of the people here are keeping to themselves, just kind of this silent meditation. You go to the front, and there are 3 women in kind of like sitting like right next to each other, just eyes closed and humming almost. It's a low thrum of sound that in your ear it kind of crackles, and they give off like a faint smell of ozone, and everything feels very charged around them. What do you do?
So I want to look around. Is there like a symbol or anything that they are directly worshiping currently, or they're just kind of generally together?
Looking around, you see a couple of different symbols. No one seems to be the one that anyone's facing. The Valdengrad symbol is a hammer. Sometimes you see a bolt of lightning. Sometimes you see some Pegasi. There isn't one cohesive symbol, but you do notice that each of those symbols, the hammer, the lightning bolt, and the Pegasus, are on different sections of wall. And you also notice with this pattern that people are congregated to different parts of the building. Like on the western wall, where the hammer lays, there is a group of people just kind of kneeling and just praying towards that wall. On the northern wall, where the lightning bolt is, you see a couple of people doing the same thing. And then on the eastern wall, next to the Pegasi, there's the fewest amount of people, but there are like 2 people currently kneeling and praying. You also notice that 3 women that are currently seated. The one on the left has the hammer, the one in the middle has the lightning bolt, and the one on the right has the Pegasus, kind of embroidered in what they're wearing.
Okay. I think I will approach those 3 women.
You approach the 3 women. Like I said, there's no like pews or chairs. It's just kind of like a lot of mats and pillows for people just to mill about on the ground. And you approach the three women. They're currently kneeling and just humming, eyes closed.
Excuse me, can one of y'all help me?
The one on the right with the Pegasus symbol. She, you hear her stop humming. The other two continue. You hear her say, "Kneel, young one."
Okay, I'll kneel.
As the other two continue to hum, she says, "You have been visited many times."
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out.
Yes. The holder of the powers of light, flight, and skies has seen much interest in you. Yet you do not know him.
Well, I guess we kind of met. Maybe it's all kind of a blur.
You've met some aspects, but not the whole.
Is that why there's 3 different symbols?
Valdengrad is one of the older deities. He encompasses more power than most. It requires a division of his attention. But when all 3 paths meet, they are stronger than most would anticipate. The Lightbringer has already met with you, marked you. The denizens of the Sky Forger has also met and marked you. The Grand Hammer, however, has not yet seen you as a champion.
Well, hopefully I can prove myself soon. A group I'm with is going to take part in the King's Challenge.
Is that what you wish?
Well, I the aspects that visited me, I guess, showed me some disturbing things. And that is really what I want to find what my purpose is in that. Um, and I found that this group has been helpful. Um, in well, let's just say I wasn't very experienced before,
Hmm.
and they've been helpful in that way. So if they want to do this challenge, then I think it could help.
What do you want?
Well, at first I just wanted to be an adventurer, find purpose.
And have you found that purpose yet?
Don't know. Feel like I'm on a path now. I just don't know what it is.
Hmm. You seek clarity. Perhaps that is why the Grand Hammer has yet to see you. You have not seen yourself yet. Not in the grand scheme of things. You should study or
I already got him. And I already got the trash.
Wait,
You're unmuted.
Hey, Blake, we can hear you.
Sorry.
Find clarity. To the north of Vizimar, there is a place that Voldengrad is strong in. A waterfall. I'd seek this place out. It might bring you clarity.
Well, I will definitely try to do that. Thank you very much for all your help. Sorry to disturb you.
Oh, no trouble. I've been waiting for you to walk through those doors.
Well, maybe this place will show me what I need to do.
Maybe. Maybe not. I can only hope to help. She resumes her humming. And the other two women didn't seem to acknowledge you at all. But this one just has like a slight smile on her face.
Okay. I'll start to leave. Before I leave, I guess the best thing to do would be to like I want to try to jot down the three different symbols, like how they are like little sketches.
Sure. Go and roll a performance check for me.
Okay.
It's not hard to do. I just
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, pretty good. 20.
20. You kind of sketch out not just the symbols, but like their alignment and how they're presented. You sketch out like how they're located and how they're presented. Maybe there's some significance to that. You're not entirely sure. You do have a book on Voldengrad in your
Yeah.
possession.
Did
that
I
you
get to
could-
keep it? I
yeah,
wasn't
you,
100% sure.
yeah, you currently have it in your possession.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
You checked it out of the library, so you
Gotcha.
can do it and
Okay.
spend some time and gather more information if you want.
Cool.
Cool. So as you return to the Mammoth's Wealth, potentially plotting some destination, Yeska, what are you up to?
I will take this Azure Crypt Tome out of my bag and see how it's doing. It was in the water.
You pull out the Azure Cryptome, and it is fine.
Good to know. All right. I didn't know what language it was, right? It was just some.
Correct.
Okay. I'll bring it to old Tothrin.
You go to Tathrin's room, and he is not there.
Right. Yeah, no one else knows languages. I'll go looking for my book then, my green one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
A 10.
With a 10, you don't see it. You even go down to yeah, you're talking about like the green book, right? Yeah, you go down to where Gloria's room was, and you first thing you notice is that the entire hall is completely covered in smoke damage. The second thing you notice is that the room that Gloria was in is entirely incinerated. And like the wait staff at the Mammoth's Wealth is currently sweeping up and cleaning inside that room. If you remember, the last thing that happened before you guys went to the crypt was there was like a small fire, and you just kind of let it happen.
No,
So
she
it's
did that on purpose. But anyway.
yeah. Either way, there was a small fire. The room burned down, but just the room. The rest of the Mammoth's Wealth was fine.
All right,
There's,
I'll go.
there's also a bunch of clams that are just cooked on the ground, and people are just trying to like scrape them off.
Okay. I'll go find everyone else then.
Okay. At the moment, Tethrin's not there. Sporadically, everyone else is in and out. So, I'd say one of the evenings you managed to catch everyone, except for Tethrin and Zala.
Okay. Do you want me to wait then?
Yeah. We
Okay.
can hold on. Is there anything else you want to do?
No.
The next up, Basher.
Great. Day one, I want to go report in to Lady Everett.
So, you go back to the the Knights HQ. Pass by several different people. After talking to the receptionist, takes you to Lady Everett's office. While she's there, she's working on paperwork.
Okay, now I have this question. What
Mhm.
is the greeting of the knight? We've never established this.
There is no like reading. It's just making sure you respect everyone's hierarchy, like calling people by their like specific, title rather than just saying salutations or whatever Tethrin just typed in there. Um, yeah, there's no like salutation. It's just hi, and making sure you call people by their like assigned title.
Okay. All right, great. I'll walk in, I'll knock on the door and say, excuse me, Lady Everett, do you have a moment?
She kind of looks up for a moment, sees you, and then just waves you to one of the chairs in front of her desk as she continues to work on paper, like the paperwork she has in front of her.
And I'll fill her in on everything that happened last night and with Lord Singlock.
She's just kind of nodding along as you recount all this information. And when you get to the part about Lord Singlock and trying to like break into the Diamond Vault for some nefarious reason, and there's something coming out of the Diamond Vault, she pauses what she's doing on the paperwork, and then you kind of have her full attention. As you wrap up the story, and it's a solid like minute before she says anything. You hear her say, "Who else knows about this?"
Uh, Tethrin, Leo, Zala, I just named the whole crew. And then I'm like, Professor Onkfind, he was taken into custody. Uh, the Diamond Crown knows about some parts of it. The King.
Right. I assumed your party would know, they were there.
Well, right. I just figured it was important that I say.
And the Diamond Crown, I assume you didn't say everything that happened in front of the Diamond Crown, did you? Or
Uh, I mentioned the word, and like, is the door shut behind me?
yeah. You guys are.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's quiet. Yeah. I mentioned something about the Lu Cree. We met these like weird like things down there. They weren't like evil. They were very clearly benign, but I don't know, they were just down there. And then I want to recount. Yeah, I want to recount the dome thing that I saw.
Which dumb thing?
The
The like
six
the
colors.
the six colors with like the different like patterns and the creatures for each one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
She's just kind of nodding her head to all of this information, um, as she says, "The history of Sephiria is an odd one. This is probably the youngest country, in all of Pangrath. And when I say youngest, the country that was here before was there was a mass exodus due to an event caused by an entity that was affiliated with Hyler Guide, the the place of boogeymen and monsters, death.
right.
Um, it was ended in odd circumstances, but the majority of the country had already fled. Those who remained, the vanguard, took up the old positions that governed the country, and that's what became Sephiria. The Lucree vanished into the oceans. At least their
Huh.
civilization did. And so there are a lot of ruins and magics and technologies that we don't quite understand that were left behind. The emblem of Sephiria, the mammoth, is a relic of that time. Before the emblem, there was another one of the Lucree of the serpentine
Uh,
elephant.
And as she says that, I'm like, oh, and then I describe the monster that we fought. Like that?
Yes, that is troubling.
Yeah, Stinglock summoned it somehow. And yeah, by using some magic that he tethered himself to, I didn't get a good look.
That is disturbing.
We
The knowledge of the Lucree is guarded. Mainly because the crown, the Arizel family, the royal family. Mind you, this does not leave this room.
does that include my I'm assuming that includes my party, correct?
Your party is smart. I feel like some of them may have already deduced this.
Okay.
I would appreciate if it didn't get anywhere past rumor.
Yes, ma'am.
The Arizel family is not the crown of Sephiria. Though they are, in our sense, in our current government, they are. But
Okay.
royal blood is not carried through them. The
That would
royal
explain why that nice stagman didn't let us by.
The royal blood is carried by another family, the original crown royals of the Lucree. It is also why most of magics and technology don't function for us anymore. And why we've had to create our own with the Runifer College. It is a well-guarded secret that sorry.
Gotta check notes.
It's a well-guarded secret that I'm trying to figure how to say this. If the Lucree were ever to return, there is a chance that Sephiria would be overpowered. Mainly because of the powers and technology that lie beneath us. The ancient structures that they governed before, they would have access to. Intimate knowledge, if kept, it's entirely possible that all that knowledge was lost in their exodus. But it is still a fear that one day the rightful heir to the crown, the rightful heir to the Thousand Blade, would return. The true Thousand King would emerge.
Quick question. And I described the automatas that I saw. At the front lines of the war, did anything look like that?
He pauses and thinks. That's not good. However, from your description, it sounds different than what we've seen at the front lines. But I'll send this report to some trusted fellows to confirm. It's better to know. You never know what Veron has gotten their hands on.
I was gonna say, I figured, you said they might overpower us, and We're pretty powerful on the grand scheme, but yeah, those things were frightening.
Singlock. Controlling whatever those mists were that you described. What colors were they? Red, blue, and green?
Yes.
Huh. And that bit about the angels.
Yes.
Did you see them again?
No, oddly enough, we don't believe that we did. They seem to have disappeared afterwards. They descended somewhere, but we're not sure where, and the green mist frightened us, or frightened me.
All very troubling. I appreciate the full report. And I'll let you know that we already have leads on where Singlock may have headed.
Excellent.
Seems that he covered his escape by some kind of explosion on the northern gates.
Also, was it identified? Have y'all figured? It's only been a day, less than, but who the fake knights were?
We have some in custody that weren't killed, and we are currently interrogating. The most that we've gotten were some conscripts from the Gold Consortium. But other than that, we have suspicions that there are more than just conscripts among their number.
Well, all right then. I think that's all for my report, Lady Everett. I do have a personal matter that you might be able to help me out with. I'll ask someone else. You're a busy person. Never mind.
No,
Anyways.
please go on. You've managed to at least defend the Alcazar.
Uh,
How can I help?
well, I mean, maybe you All right. I'm looking for a certain inn in town. I met an undead knight on the way here, and I dueled him.
What?
Yeah,
What?
like I said, this is a personal thing. So I figured.
I'm sorry. You said undead knight.
Yeah, he was like a ghost.
Okay.
Anyways, he told me to find an inn. What was his name? Was Clyde. Yeah. He told me to find an inn run by a woman named Diana, and the inn has the word day in it, but that's all he told me.
Day. Day.
Is there like a Better Business Bureau or a Yellow Pages?
I'll put some word out and I'll see if I can find something like that. There are many
Right.
inns in Vizimar.
Right.
But if I can't find it, I can't imagine anyone else could.
That's fair. Thank you very much, ma'am. And I'll do a little bow and turn around and head out, I guess.
As you're heading out, she calls one more time and says, "And Basher, well
Yes,
done."
ma'am. Thank you. No, I'm sure it'll be sorted out during the King's Challenge.
What?
Thank you, ma'am. And I'll turn around and I'll walk out.
All right. You walk out expecting expecting a message from her later in the week. Next up is Ark. What are you doing, Ark?
Uh,
How are you dealing with your trauma?
drinking a lot. I think.
Let's know.
Just to kick it off, we're gonna try and do the biggest binger to try and forget the things that just happened.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and I'm gonna make you do a couple of rolls. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 7 + 1 to 8.
Cool. And then roll a Wisdom saving throw.
That is a dirty 20.
Cool. You go on a true rager. Basher left you alone for the day for some reason.
Yep.
I knew
as he headed out to talk to some police person. And you're like, I'm just gonna have a quiet night at the Mammoth's Well. You're not gonna hear a peep out of me. The moment he left the door, you just jumped out the window. So and you just headed straight to the first bar you could find.
Yep. Sounds good.
So you went to the first bar. You've just been on a rager. Where did you go? Explain. You clearly got super drunk with that Constitution roll. So tell me what you did.
I don't know if I'm actually like party drinking. I think this is more of like an actual traumatic drinking, like a sad drinking.
Okay.
So I think moping around might be more appropriate unless I get into some drugs. But that depends on who I run into. If I would run into anyone offering,
Roll a d20, just a luck check, just a d20,
Yeah.
no modifiers.
17.
I guess I should have asked. Do you want to run into someone with drugs, or don't you?
I think if someone offered, I would definitely take it. So I'm gonna put that on you.
Okay. I'm gonna say
Uh,
with the 17, you go to like the dankest bar just down in the throughway. No, even lower. You go to like
Yeah.
the low wall harbor.
Yeah, I'm going for cheap and excess.
Yeah, you go down to like C's Shanty. It's just like the diviest bar with like there's just like trash all over the place. Like random puddles of things just on the ground. It's just a bad place to be at. You start just drinking and you run into a guy named like Dirty Steve. Who
Nice.
just offers you a variety of samples. And you
Taking
just
them
take
all.
you take a variety of samples all together. Even he's like, "Whoa, okay, hold on." And then yeah, I'm gonna say after an hour after that, you just don't remember anything that happened that day.
Sounds perfect.
However, the next day, as you wake up on the tallest spire of the Sapphire Alcazar, just like half naked, and for some reason, you also have like 7 pieces of jewelry on you. You still vividly remember everything that happened in that crypt
Oh
with
God.
that like with 20 wisdom save.
It's not working. I either need more alcohol or more drugs. Or maybe someone knows how to wipe my memory. Let's ask Leo. He would know. I go to find Leo.
Okay, go and roll an acrobatics check just to climb down from the highest spire. There is no stairs up here. You're not sure how you got up here.
I have extra jumping height. Can I roll at advantage?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet. You said acrobatics.
Yep.
18.
18. Definitely, you hop down from the highest tower of like the castle, like the capital of the city. And you get down from the highest spire. You run into a couple guards. Like, what? And they're like so shocked to just see you there that they don't do anything, and you just walk out. You get to the Mammoth's Wealth, and you find Leo.
Leo, do you know how to erase memories?
Oh, there we go. Do what?
Erase memories.
His breath smells horrible. He also has so much jewelry on him right now. It's mostly what he's wearing.
I don't think so.
Do you know someone that would know how?
Maybe Zala, but I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And I run to find Zala.
Okay. You spend the better part of the day trying to find Zala. You have no idea where she is.
Zala!
After a while, she's just not around.
Do I
She's
bump
not.
into anyone else?
Yeah, I'd say Raylan's there, Yeska's there, and eventually you run into Vasher. But I'm gonna say in that order: you see Raylan, then you see Yeska, then you see Vasher.
Raylan, do you know where Zala is? This is top priority.
His breath smells terrible.
I know why.
Leo said she knows how to erase memories.
I don't think she does. Not as far as I remember. You know, you could just like visit.
Damn it!
Somebody. What? Why? What did you do?
It's what did we do?
What do you mean? Oh, you talking about 2 days ago? Yeah, that was something.
I'm not built for that kind of whatever. I don't even know what to call that.
I mean, if it makes you feel better.
Suicide?
It wasn't suicide necessarily, though you did get your shit stomped. But
We all did.
yeah, I was about to say I definitely.
I saw
got
some
knocked out of
terrible
you.
things.
It's fine. You'll grow used to it. Are you well?
No, I won't. No, I won't. I'm going to forget.
Also, where did you go drinking? Oh my God, your breath stinks.
No,
You sure? Because
I don't know. I don't remember
it's then why do you need Zelda if you can't remember?
because
Hmm.
I can't remember what I did last night, but I somehow remember 2 nights ago. So I either need to step it up again tonight, or I need some kind of magical intervention here.
Look, I would, as much as I would love to show you how to get rid of your memories, you should probably just deal with them for now. I don't know.
Oh wow! Push it down. Thanks, Dad.
Well, not push it down, more so, I said deal with them, not try to get rid of them.
And how do you deal with this traumatic watching people just bones breaking, blood everywhere, creatures I've never seen before, and I'm a satyr. No one's seen me.
Well,
I-
I don't know. I feel like I just have some mental fortitude. I don't know.
Doesn't sound like you're dealing with it well either. Do you want to go drinking tonight?
Oh no, I'm dealing with something completely different than what you are. But yeah.
What like what?
We're not close enough for you to know that yet.
Well, we're not close at all because you were attacking a well-known patron of mine for no reason. And then you told me that that I have to all of a sudden murder a guy that I've known longer than you.
Did we see the same thing? Because the reason that you got your shit stomped is because of him.
He did not directly do anything to me, technically.
He definitely summoned that creature, which then smacked the shit out of all of us.
Yes, I do remember that, and that's why he's no longer my friend.
Then that matter is settled.
But so you're saying you can't help me deal with my traumatic memories?
I can help you in a way. Probably.
Okay. What do I need to do?
Alright, first, you need to stop drinking.
This is terrible.
I don't know. I usually just kind of like. I say usually, but I haven't been doing it lately. I don't know. Try to think about what's happening. What caused you to get in that situation? How can you improve your situation? I don't know. I'm dealing with some shit right now. Not very well. But if you want to smack some shit with me, we can do that.
No, that's the opposite of what I want. I want to try to get away from the violence that I've been forced into, apparently.
I mean, it was a give and take.
I play music.
Yeah.
That's literally all I do.
Well, get further back when you play your music, then. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. That was rude. No.
God.
Just You're gonna have to learn. I can teach you a couple things if you want me to. But you're stuck with this for a year or so.
Yes, I think you're right. I need to find out a way to get out of being stuck with y'all for a year.
No.
Let me go find Vasher.
Sure. Yep.
Thanks.
Go right ahead.
The Ark dart away. Ark, you go down a couple of corridors, and you run directly into Yeska.
Yeska,
Hey,
have you seen Vasher?
no.
What kind of group is this?
Uh,
No one
good
knows where each other.
question.
I'm supposed to be under watch. No one's watching me.
Well, that's just how Vasher usually is. I saw Tetherin's door open. Maybe Vasher went with him.
Is Tetherin not in his room?
Are you going to Tetherin's room?
Oh, I was asking Yeska.
No. No. His door was open.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not helpful, but I guess I'll go look and see if Vasher's in there.
All right.
So, you head off. Go down go back up to the first floor, the top floor. I can't remember. Were Vasher and Tethrin rooming together?
No, it was Jessica and Tether. Me and Vash are rooming
Yeah,
together.
that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Dark.
that's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You pass by Tethrin's room. The door is closed. Like people, like Jessica's been in and out, so like the door is currently closed. But according to Jessica, it's unlocked. But you do see Vasher's room is just across the hall.
Basher,
Ah,
is he in there?
Oh, you heard like he yelps or something from inside of the room.
Basher, open the door.
I'll stand up and open the door. Yeah, yes.
I need
Oh, hey,
you to contractually get me out of having to deal with y'all. I think at this point, maybe sitting in a prison cell might be better than dying in a dank crypt with y'all.
do I smell his breath?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, one, we're all putting our lives in the line. I'm still not clear on why you're helping us. I just know that I'm in charge of you, and does Ark look like dirty?
I mean, like he looks haggard. He's definitely didn't spend the day previously like in a good state. He's also wearing an insane amount of jewelry.
Which, by the looks of you, I have neglected my duty.
Yeah, and let's do some retconning of, of bringing me down there and y'all are saving me. I was if I wasn't there, I think all of you would be dead.
There's a good chance of that. We all saved each other. That's fair.
Why are we doing? We didn't even get paid.
We're gonna get.
We literally went
And
down there and we all almost died for no reason. There's a dude just shooting at us.
Well, okay,
He wasn't
yeah.
even a real person.
You know, you're bringing up some really good points, and I'm starting to question why I didn't just continue working as a Knight of Safiria.
I think we're
But
onto something. Let's go.
no, no. Let's go talk to the Knights of Safiria. Why are you obligated to help us? How did Raylan get you on board? How did I get tied into this?
I was assigned to y'all for some reason. I was hoping we could go get some clarification on that. But also, it sounds like you have no clue. Let's go get our memory wiped together, and then let's go drink.
Get your memory arc. No, you can't lose your memory because then there's going to be this glaring hole. And
Yes,
you're going to
I
wonder.
already have one for last night. I need it to go back more.
Okay, how did you get?
Do you want this nipple ring?
No, not really. Where did you get the? Well, how did you? All right, I apparently got to keep an eye on you, and so you and I are going everywhere together. I will get a drink with you.
And our memories wiped.
I'm not getting my memory wiped.
Okay.
I've committed to this idea. This is the way I'm going to help the people of this world.
Yes. So I have decided that the actions that I have made for the past 3 months have all been a mistake, and I am now trying to slowly backtrack and undo them all.
Okay.
So one is I need my memory wiped. Two, I probably need to be put back in a prison cell and not go and die with y'all. And then three, I need to find Gloria and get out of the stupid contract I made with her dad or something.
What contract? Wait, what? Her dad? What
Yeah.
the fuck? What is happening?
These are my short-term plans. I need you to help me solve them.
Okay.
So memory erase. Let's start with that.
Okay, and I think to Zay, and I'm like, all right, I think we help this guy. I think we're gonna figure something else out. All right. Memory wipe, but actually, okay, that needs to be the second thing that we need to do. I feel like if we go and talk to the police first, the knights, then like we'll kind of figure it out. The only way I know to make people forget things is hitting them kind of hard, and I don't think you want that.
No, I've seen that, and I got hit plenty hard at that crypt, and I still remember it. It's like I can't sleep because it's just replaying in a loop in my head of its tail just whiplashing me, and then I thought I died, and then I woke up and you were like, you're finally awake," and then
I got knocked unconscious a lot of times too. I'd like to point that out, but
yes, but
yeah.
it seems that you are a fighter, and I just play music. Like I didn't
Okay.
even expect that animal to attack me because I just play music. I'm not even threatening.
Didn't you piss it off? Didn't you insult it or something? I felt like I
No,
heard you say something mean to it.
no, I think I literally played music the whole time.
I don't think that sounds right, but all right. Anyways, all right. Let's go figure this one out. Emil, you wouldn't happen to say that Blake's harmful thoughts are a condition affecting him, would you?
I mean, it's not the condition. It's not a condition in the sense that you can heal it with magic.
I was gonna say I can't lesser restoration it.
No, it's not so much that kind of condition as it is like an actual like crisis. He's going through a full crisis right now.
Yeah. Okay.
It's something that like probably needs therapy more than magic. I'm sure you could cure
Yeah.
it with magic, but it's probably not a healthy thing to do.
While we're walking, I want to try to give arc therapy without having to roleplay the whole thing.
So I'm gonna say
That's
that's
allowed.
gonna be like you're gonna need an insane roll to do that because you are not in any way certified to do any kind of therapy on anyone.
But I'm there.
Um,
I'm certified to be a friend. Stop questioning
that's
this, Noah.
there isn't like you can be a friend as much as you want, but that does not make you a therapist. So if you want to attempt to give a person in crisis therapy right now, I'm gonna need just like the biggest. Hold on, let me just look at your stats real quick.
What am I disadvantaged? Doesn't
I feel like it. I feel like this should be charisma, if anything.
No, not charisma. You don't.
Charisma's the people skill.
It's not the psychology skill. That's an intelligence, baby. I need
That's
I need
true.
intelligence check at disadvantage, my man.
Alright.
I'm telling you now, you need a nat 20.
Check this. It's 2 nat 20s every time. Oh, it was an 18 and an 8. Alright, it's an 8.
You're not helpful at all, Vasher.
Okay,
Just
I understand.
Wipe my memory.
I'm just here to listen. I appreciate you. All right, let's.
You also
let's just,
talk to your sword nonstop, and that kind of freaks me out, man.
Okay, it's not a sword.
That's why
one.
I really get murderous vibes from you.
But
It's a mace.
I'm gonna say like you are trying to help, like at least emotionally. So if you do happen to find a therapist or something, I'll give the therapist advantage,
Alright.
because you're at least being helpful in that sense. But I'm not gonna say that you can mentally fix him. Like that's
Okay.
just not gonna happen.
Then can we roll to find a therapist?
I'm gonna say that this is the end of the first like couple of days.
Okay.
So we're gonna switch initiative to Zala. Zala defers their turn. So at the top of the initiative, everyone kind of gathers back except for Tethrin, who is away on a mission, and Zala, who is also away on a mission. Everyone kind of gathers back and is together for a short time, just having a meal or something at the Mammoth's Wealth. And Yeska, you wanted to do some stuff.
Oh, so Tethrin's not with you all?
No, no, he
No,
left.
isn't he with you?
Uh,
No, he left.
For all we know, he's dead in the gutter, like we should all be.
well, his door was open, so
Yeah,
probably somewhere else.
no, he definitely left a while ago.
Well, I can find out, and then I'll send Tethrin a message.
Tethrin, you are in the dead of a forest, in the middle of the night, with a guy who you are quickly learning is not a survival expert. You have spent the last couple of days trudging through this heavy snow, mainly helping him drag his sword. And he is just the saddest person you've ever met in your entire life. I can easily say that you regret ever meeting this person. And this is like in this emotional low that you are in the middle of the night, in like a lean-to that he set up with his sword that is, by the way, glowing a lot. and just attracting all kinds of creatures and monsters in your direction. You've expended most of your spell slots just defending yourself.
I had the bubble, luckily. So
Yeah, luckily. But he set up a lean-to inside the bubble, insisting on it even. And it's in this moment that you get the message, like in this state emotionally, that you get a message from Leo. What do you say, Leo?
Hey, buddy. We're just all hanging out here, trying to figure out what we're doing. Seeing where you were. Anyways, bye.
I am in the forest north of Rimbarun, trekking with a moron who I paid 10 gold to take me to these ruins, and he is no help. That's the end of the message.
Huh.
At the moment you finish this message, I'm guessing you're saying it mentally, or are you just saying it out loud?
Oh, both.
Okay. He's sitting right next to you, and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was making soup, and I didn't have any ingredients, so I just went through your pack, and I grabbed all the ingredients you had and put it into a big pot. And then an owlbear came by and just took the pot. Do you have any more food?"
Give you food, all right. Fade to black.
The rest of you.
Put my hand on my claw.
Well, Captain seems kind of busy.
All right. Have you all seen Gloria, or my book, or Zala?
No.
We found
Where is
Catherine.
Zala?
No. Yep.
All right. Well,
I don't know. What? Never mind.
Has it been like how? Okay, so how many days have we gone through?
It's been several days. I'd say it's like 3-4 days at this point.
Have Zala like come back to the inn at all, or have I just
No.
not seen her at all?
You haven't seen her in the room at all. If you want to go and do an investigation check real quick.
Sure. Investigation. 13.
With 13, tonight, like after you've spoken with everyone, you go back to the room and just kind of start looking around the room. You do notice that on her nightstand, she did leave a note. As you kind of pop it open and read through it, it just kind of says, "I had to take care of some business. I'll be back before the King's Challenge."
Okay. I'll relay that to everybody like the next time we're together.
Okay. It's been like 4 days or so. Moving on to this like little next phase. Raylan, go ahead and roll investigation check. See if you can find Talaxi for me.
Where the fuck? There the fuck.
Let's see at advantage because it's been a couple days now.
Wow.
Just roll it.
That's lovely. Oh, that's so good. So good.
You start trying to find her again, and you're just not lucking out. You don't know if she's getting stuff ready for the King's Challenge or like what. You don't know what she does. So you just start putting out feelers, just talking to people, saying that you are looking for her. Just putting out the word, so it's out there, and like the message is starting to spread.
That's weird.
Just in like the next phase, you have a higher chance to find her at least. Or maybe she'll find you. You're not sure. You go back to the gym. You start working on the on your like your form and your punching etiquette and all this stuff. And you notice that the same people like routinely come to this gym to train and work out and stuff like that. And the dude that's like boxing next to you, he turns to you and he says, "You're pretty good. Where'd you learn your fighting form?"
I taught myself.
Really? Hey, you got to scrap. You got to scrap, right?
Yeah, sure. It's exactly what I yep.
The name's Dormar. What's your name?
Call me Ray.
Ray. Good to meet a fellow boxer. You want to go a couple rounds in the ring?
Well, first of all, I'm definitely not a fellow boxer. But sure, why not? I haven't had my ass handed to me in like, what, Oh yeah, about an hour. So yeah, that's fine.
He just kind of starts laughing. A couple of the other people like start being a little chummy, and you get into the ring and you start boxing. Go on, just I'll let you decide what kind of attacks do you want this to be.
I mean, I'd probably be more of a counter attacker.
Okay,
So probably Dex.
dex based. Okay.
Yeah.
So these will be unarmed strikes using your dex modifier. So go ahead and just give me a. We're gonna do 3 rolls. I'm gonna roll on the table, and it's no modifiers for him. It's just a straight d20. You basically just have to roll higher than him.
Wait. Do I put?
So-
Since I'm doing Dex, would it be a 7 or would it be a standard 3?
Yeah, it's whatever the plus is.
Okay. So,
I'd say your modifier plus your proficiency.
7. Okay, it's a 7. And I'll
7.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna roll it as a short sword, but it's gonna be the thing, just because.
Yeah, I got you.
Aha, 13. I'm getting my
13.
ass whipped.
You rolled a 10. First bout goes pretty well. You go in for a second bout. Go and roll again.
Okay, 24.
11. Again, you thoroughly ring this guy out. On the last bout, he's going to get a slightly different modifier. He's going to use a different attack pattern on you. Roll with attack, but just your attack, your dexterity bonus. No,
Okay.
no modifier.
It's gonna be a 4 then, so I'm gonna do the first roll, and that's gonna be a 20, 30, 20.
Nice.
Damn.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah, ends with a like almost a knockout finish. As you take this dude down, and a couple of people are just kind of like impressed with your general skill. And as he gets back up, he's like, "You're pretty good. Didn't call yourself a boxer." Hey, a couple of us are. I don't know if you're interested in some work.
Depends on the work, I guess.
We have a job down in the Lowwall Harbor. If you're interested, we could use someone with muscle.
Muscle, you say? I mean,
You got some quick jabs. If it's not muscle, it's at least speed.
sure, I can have something distract me right now.
All right. Meet us tonight, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, sure. Doesn't sound like you're gonna kill me at all.
It's a bar called the Deep Burrow.
Deep Burrow, okay. Well, I might bring someone, maybe not. We'll see.
It's nothing nefarious. It's we're not like gonna kill you, but
No.
if you want to bring someone, feel free.
Yeah, no, it's
We
not that. Just safety and whatnot.
Yeah, of course. Well, we'll see you tonight. And the 3 guys just kind of head off.
Okay.
Next up, we've got Tathryn. Tathryn, after you shot this guy in the head last night, you quickly realize that this dude's immortal. Or at least whatever that insane sword he has keeps him from dying. And as he is leading you through this forest, and both of you are kind of just dragging his sword along, he doesn't seem to remember you shooting him in the head. But you definitely did. Go and roll a survival check.
I will use guidance. Wrong. 1. The 7. That's an 18.
Oh, that's great. You need like a 16. So you guys go through the forest for another couple days until like it's been like 3 days to get to the town. It's been 2 more days just to get to where you're going now. You eventually make it to this like large fortress that looks run down and not used for a long time. And you hear your guide Jonathan say, "Oh, we're almost there. Just past the Commodore's fortress."
we should be able to find the ruins you're looking for. In this clearing, if we stay here tonight, you should see the lights up above.
Great. Yeah, I appreciate all the advice. It's very helpful.
Yes. Do you want me to start making some food or?
No. No. I would rather starve than have you touch any of my belongings again.
I'm sorry, I had the jar of
No.
I had a
Stop.
jar of mayonnaise and it spilled all over your bag and inside of your bag and in your clothes. That was my mistake. I should have had the jar closed before. I just Winnie the Pooh style started scooping it into my mouth. Mayonnaise is just so good, you know, it's so delicious.
You know, a few days ago, I almost died in a dungeon to a giant snake elephant monster. While a previous friend of mine was shooting at me from a bridge with a anti-material rifle. And at this point, I wish I had died. I hope you know that.
Oh yes. I feel like that happened to me some years ago. It was before the Red Trade Wars. And instead of an elephant monster, it was my best friend. And instead of anti-material rifle, it was this dagger in my throat. I believe he said I talked too much.
He did not lie to you. May we continue?
Oh yes, yes, of course.
You guys keep traveling. That night, you do indeed see the lights up above. And you do manage the next day, after a little bit more travel, you manage to make it to a large area that looks like some sunken ruins in the middle of this forest. Looks like a lot of overgrowth and trees have sprouted all over the place, but these are indeed ruins. You do see stone structures, and other such, like almost like a spire that's sunken into the ground, toppled over slightly. Um, yeah, I mean, these are ruins.
Here we are. These are the ruins that you asked for.
I thank you so much for your guidance along the path.
Of course. Would you like any help with like looking around, or
No,
I could hold your stuff?
no. No, it's fine.
All right, then I will sit here and eat the rest of my mayonnaise.
That sounds like a very wonderful idea. How did you get your name, by the way?
What?
You're the Brave.
Oh yes. Me and my sword here. I was knighted by the king himself.
Really?
Uh,
The King.
yes, I managed to kill over 30,000 people by myself during the Red Trade War. Of course, that was before my divorce.
I hate everything about you.
She was the most powerful, beautiful sorceress in all of Sephiroth. And of course, when I found out that I was being cuckolded by Daniel the Thick, well, I feel like I lost myself.
You remind me of somebody I know, and I can see where you're coming from, and I do not respect you for it, and I hope it hurts
I don't
more
blame you.
every day. So,
It does. It does.
good. Good. Like a dagger slowly being thrusted deeper inside you, every waking moment.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you
Good.
gonna search the ruins or?
I'm not done.
Okay.
Your voice is so aggravating.
Like a cat urinating. Yes.
If I could remove one being from the history of all creation, it would be you.
I would do the
And
same.
I am
but-
not exaggerating.
Yes. Several people have tried.
And most of all, your wife made the right decision. And I trounce off to go looking around.
You're not wrong. I wouldn't marry me. As you head off into the ruins, you do see that he just sits down and starts eating mayonnaise. He doesn't roll insight for me.
Insight.
Yes, from the
8.
future.
He doesn't seem bothered. He doesn't seem anything. It's almost like there is no emotion in him anymore. As he is as broken as a person can be broken, and he understands that. As you venture into the ruins, go and roll an investigation check for me.
Guidance. Investigation. 22
Damn.
plus 4 is a 26.
Dang. You head down into the ruins, and they look very similar to the ones that you had seen near Yule Break. And you kind of follow that circular path downwards until you find the kind of keystone that you had seen before. Looks similar in every way to the one you saw in Yule Break and the one you saw just a couple days ago at the Diamond Vault. You also see the strange doorway, the stone slab put up there, and the odd tetragram of magical runes and almost a barrier wall that's keeping it sealed. You also see the keystone, the where you need to place the key into to be able to
I'll check it for traps first, but then I'll do it immediately.
Yeah, go ahead and roll just an investigation check real quick.
16.
Something that's intensely powerful and just
Probably doesn't need traps.
Yeah, it really doesn't need a trap.
That's what I figured. I'll insert the key.
Go ahead and roll just an intelligence check for me.
That's what I'm good at. I'll roll guidance just in case, though. Okay. 14.
With the 14, the time magic that you had stored into this key has long since dissipated. Mainly because it was using the other key. You have to use some kind of time magic to recharge this thing.
I'll do it.
What do you use?
Actually going to cast a time skip on it. 3rd level spell.
Nice. You cast time skip on it, and you see it resonate with that strange, warping energy that just kind of bends around it, and you've got an active key that you drop into its space. You feel a tremor echo throughout the entire area. All the runes light up, and after a little bit of shaking and trees just kind of swaying up above you, everything slows down to a weird ticker clock wave, and the barrier vanishes. Everything is still weirdly slowed down. Up above, you hear, "Is everything down there?" I'm choking on mayonnaise. And that's kind of happening up above.
I just walk in.
The slab kind of slides down, and you walk into this room. The interior of the room it's dark. You have night vision, right? Dark vision?
Yeah.
Nothing is active in this room, but the moment you walk in, all the noises, all of the distractions of outside cut out. It's just pure and total silence in this room. And you look back through the door that you stepped through, and you just see light, like a white blanche light. There is no form, or there is no structure to the exterior. You just see light issuing in. And then you turn your attention back into the room. It's a large circular room. As you step into the middle, you feel the resonance of the time magic just throughout everything in here. There are a couple of chairs. There is a a couple of chairs, a circle at the far end of the circular room that looks like some kind of teleportation room. And it looks like it's. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for
I will do that, but first I'll roll guidance. 28.
28. With a 28, the runes are clearly active and capable of like teleportation here. But the rune that demarcates teleportation is beyond you. You're not entirely sure what kind of magic this is, but it is not magic that you're familiar with. Like if you were to cast teleport, like a teleport spell, you couldn't get to this rune. You do see, there are those couple of chairs, a little desk, and there is like a rope that leads to the ceiling. And it says, if you've entered, pull here.
That seems overly simple. I look up. Is there anything up there?
The rope vanishes about 3 feet before it touches the ceiling.
Suppose there's nothing else to do. I'll pull the rope.
You pull the rope and you hear gongs and like bells, like church bells almost, ringing in your immediate vicinity. It's almost deafeningly loud. And then you hear it just echoing further and further and further away until it's silence again. And you see the rope kind of like a well, you pulled it and then just like vanished up into the ceiling and just disappeared. And then you hear the door, the stone slab behind, like at the entrance, close. You see all the runes kind of light up, and then you hear waiting music.
I will take a seat in the chair.
You take a seat. Next up in the initiative is Leo. What are you
Okay.
doing?
I have, I think, 3 things that I want to attempt in the
Okay.
remaining time. The first thing is, let's see, I got my armor I got it in Rimber Run, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I haven't been to a place here. So I want to find blacksmith here to see if I can get just a new shield made using those symbols for Valgrad. Nothing fancy, just a shield to replace mine, basically.
Okay.
And
That
how
that
long
can
that would take.
that can easily be done before the King's Challenge.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Is your shield magical?
No, it's just a
It's
shield.
just a regular shield, then yeah, it's easily done. I'm gonna say because it's a custom job and you want like specific embroidery and stuff like that embroidery, like you want something specifically etched into it.
Yeah.
That it's gonna be like 3 gold to get it fitted and
Okay.
created.
And that's like a totally new shield, like
Yeah,
not using
brand
mine.
new.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, brand new.
Okay, and then I would like to try to see if I can have my current shield mailed, I guess, sent somewhere in a
Where do you want to
package.
send it?
I want to send it back to I guess like the trading post that I know, like my clan or family use
Oh, I
outside of where I
see.
live.
I see. You
And I
get
know it'll
to
probably take a while, but
you get to the Owlery, where it's like the mail postal service, and you walk up to the clerk, and you kind of explain the situation. You kind of put the shield down and explain where you want it sent, and the clerk looks at you for a moment and says, "I'm sorry, sir. You say you want it sent to um." I'm trying to remember the name of the village near Ironward. It was
yeah, it was. Find it real quick.
you know the village I'm talking about.
Stone Crash.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Stonecrash was decimated
Oh,
along with the surroundings
that's not
during
good.
the attack on Ironwood. We're not sending anything beyond
Well, we haven't been able to post anything anywhere in the Iron region.
Huh. Okay.
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks anyways. I might find another place and be back, but I'll let you know.
All right. Take care.
And then I'll leave. With that information, I guess I'll try to use sending to my sister again.
Okay.
Um,
What do you say?
yeah, basically just saying, I heard there was an attack on Iron Ward. Uh, how is everyone? Are you safe? Are y'all still in Leaf Ward? And that's it.
You get a response. It's sending, right? So you can get a
Yeah,
response.
sending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a response. It's very muted. She says, "We are all okay. We are safe for now. They won't harm us yet." And that's all you get.
Okay. So I take that as that they are in Leaf Ward, but protected. That's what I'm going. Hmm. I'm trying to think if there's any other way to have the shield sent, but there probably isn't.
The postal service is the most reliable. You can always send it through via caravan. Raylan knows a few that
Okay.
can transport. Other
Because
than that,
even if
no-
I could probably give a landmark outside of Leaf Ward that it could be taken to.
you could, but you know specifically like when someone's sending something to the leaf board, it usually goes through Stone Crash,
Yeah.
because that's kind of like their like PO box, I guess, is the easiest way to put it.
Okay, yeah.
Without that, you're not entirely sure how you would get it there, other than like people directly handing it over or like magical means.
Okay. Maybe yeah, I'll hold off then, and yeah, I'll just hold off for now because I'll possibly think about magical means, but I don't know how to go about that at the moment.
Okay, sounds good.
So I guess the last thing that I would want to see is if I can pinpoint like a distance to where this waterfall might be and see if there is enough time for that trek and back before the challenge.
So at this point, it is the 9th going on to the 10th.
Okay.
You go and roll an intelligence check. Sorry, no, investigation check. See if you can find a location.
I'm gonna give myself guidance as
It's
well.
not a horribly hard DC.
Guidance 2. It's 7 total.
Okay. It takes you a little bit, but you manage to find like there is one waterfall that is within a day's travel north of here. It is called Darler's Fall. I can write that in the chat. I think that's right. That's close enough.
That's what I wrote. Nice.
It's about a day's trek from Vizimar.
Okay. Okay. I will let the. I do want to try to make that trek before, but I want to let the group know. I don't want to just leave.
Okay. Um,
And then I guess if anyone wants to go, I will put that option out there.
Okay. When we get back to like the bottom of initiative,
Mhm.
everyone's gonna be all together again, and we'll
Okay.
deal
Cool.
with that then.
Works.
Yeska gonna skip, and then Vasher, what are you doing?
All right, Ark. We spent a couple of days, wandering around. Actually, what? I guess I feel like we should go to therapy, and then we can put you back in the cell. Is that okay?
No, therapy is a scam.
No, it's not.
How do you know?
I'm gonna go ahead and make like both of your turns at the same time. So Vasher and
Yeah.
Ark, you just start going together. So keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my parents, both went to therapy after, suffering some traumatic experiences. They probably went again after getting kidnapped.
Oh, your parents were kidnapped. And this was after they went to therapy?
Well, yeah.
Sounds like a correlation.
No,
Are you sure?
yeah. I'm pretty sure that they didn't get kidnapped because they
Pretty
went.
sure.
Ark, I feel like you're denying your own ability to like
Fine. I
try.
know
Like,
a therapist. Do you want to go?
no, we're gonna go to the one that
Oh,
we figure out
you
because
choose.
your therapist. Sometimes I'm guessing that it's alcohol. I feel like that's where you go normally.
That is a very low opinion.
But I'll call it like I see it because I care about you, Ark. I'll say
No,
it.
you don't. We just met.
I
I
do.
literally
No.
care about you.
Ark, I would not have brought you back up and made a joke to you if I did not care. I would have let you die.
Okay, let's go see my therapist, Steve.
Where is he?
He's by the docks.
Ah.
You get
Okay.
gonna go ahead and smash cut to you guys are by the docks. Basher, you see this guy who smells of just like rotten fish, and he's just going.
Ark, if this is your therapist, I understand why you don't trust it.
Okay, Dirty Steve. I mean, Steve, the therapist.
Ark, no. Mr. Steve, you enjoy your date. We're going back up.
I'm not
Come
going
on.
to actual therapy. That seems like a huge waste
Fully
of time.
licensed therapist, and he pulls out a card.
Ah,
I take it. Does this look real?
It says drugs on it.
I think I see where the disconnect here is, Ark. You meant a pharmacist, not a therapist. Very different.
On the other side,
Oh, and I flip it over.
therapy PhD.
So like have like real credentials.
Looks like a nicely made card.
All right.
One roll insight.
Yeah. All right. Yeet. That's a 7.
With a 7, I mean, who knows? Maybe this guy just took a wrong turn in life, and he does have some kind of ability to be a therapist.
Okay, Ark, tell him your problem.
you're really judgmental, Vasher. You're very much a appearancist and maybe even borderline a classist now as well.
Well,
That's
mean,
my current problem.
I came from like lower middle class, so
Now you're trying to oppress the people trying to rise as well?
no. Go ahead, talk to the man. I'll pay him. I'll cover your charges.
I am talking. This is a serious issue.
All right,
Okay,
so
You gotta work on your internal first before we work on me.
for
Hey.
a 30-minute session. I'm already covering you, by the way. 5 gold.
That seems a little pricey. Perhaps we can come down a little bit.
I mean, if you get what you pay for, is what I'm saying. So if you think that his mental health is worth less than 5 gold, then I don't know what that says about you.
I
All
think
right.
it's
Well,
worth
that's
10 gold, honestly.
no. I'll pay the 5. I just.
An hour is 10 gold.
All right. You know what? Yeah. Let's pay for an hour, but Ark, you actually have to
I want
try.
privacy with Steve.
No, I
Privacy
can't
is
let you do
15
that.
gold.
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna pocket this just in case. But you're gonna buck up. We're gonna actually talk about these things, okay?
So is he staying?
Yeah, he's staying. I'm giving you 10 gold. And
And
I
he's
hand it over.
talking about you.
Okay.
No.
So he
What
takes
about
the
you?
10 gold and is like, all right, so what seems to be the problem?
I mean, I was in jail. I've been coerced into a suicide squad. I made a deal with the devil.
Hmm. And
And
what led you to be with these people to begin with?
I'm literally forced. I have no choice, apparently.
Now. What were the
I
circumstances exactly? I'm not talking to you, Dragon Man.
wait. I'm not trying to speak. I want to cast Zone of Truth.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand first of all.
Yep.
Imagine casting Zone of Truth at a therapy session, dude.
Doesn't matter.
That's so fucked up.
He's got to get the
That's
problems out. He
that's
has
so
to get the
fucked up,
problems
dude.
out. I don't give a shit.
And what's the save? What's the save on it?
The save is 16 charisma.
Roll a d20 for me, if you would. Mark.
I have advantage against magical effects and spells.
He rolled
This
pretty
is-
high on his sleight of hand. Roll perception to make sure you can see it.
Okay.
Even with the advantage, he only got a 13.
Yeah, I got a 13. 21 to see it.
So you saw he cast something. You're not entirely sure what. But you
No,
feel
no,
something.
I know. the
Yeah,
Zone
he
of
knows.
Truth.
He knows it's Zone of Truth.
Yeah, that's right. The therapist Steve fails. Steve would also know that you cast Zone of Truth, and he looks at you and he says, "Hey, what are you trying to pull here?"
I'm trying to make sure that Ark talks about what he needs to talk about.
They-
This just follow. I'm being coerced again.
Hold on one moment. What's your name?
My name is Vasher.
Vasher. How is it useful?
I'm gonna walk into the Zone of Truth, and I say, I think that maybe that's a Freudian slip. I think that Ark is going to be, helped by this, because if he's honest about what's happening to him, then things are gonna get better.
Yes,
I
but
got him
you're-
from the prison.
Yes, but the way you're making him talk about his issues is not coming from a place that he wants to be at. It's coming from a place that you want him to be at. In doing that, what are you doing? What are you doing to this young man, Basher?
Not letting him make his own autonomous choices.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a good point, and I'll dispel
How
the
can
zone.
how can he get better if he has to do things through your will rather than his will? I think it speaks
okay.
volumes about your trust in people. That you
Mm,
had to force someone to speak the truth. Do you feel like you can't naturally get people to talk about the truth?
Who hurt you as a child?
Oh, hold on. We'll get
Oh,
to
sorry.
You're in a safe space. It's just me, Steve, in a dirty alley behind Hojo's.
I want to start playing like instrumental music, like with like people will play behind like emotional speeches to try to get people to like break down.
Okay. Go and roll performance check.
So, what has led you to a place?
19.
Damn, that's some good music.
Why do you feel like you need to use subversion and force and coercion to get the truth out of people?
I've uh should have stepped into the zone of truth. I think that if people aren't told what to do, then they won't do the right thing. Or I think most people.
And yet, most people in the world live their lives perfectly fine without being coerced or moved. Some of the most difficult and strenuous situations on this world have been through coercion rather than people's desires.
Yeah, but if I can force the, not saying that Ark is evil, I don't believe that. In fact, I think Ark is mostly a good person who wants to help, just doesn't know it yet. But I think that a lot of bad people do bad things, and if I can force them to do good and be
It's interesting that you say that Ark isn't a bad person,
no,
yet you still had to coerce him.
because he doesn't want to do what he needs to do. He wants to take the easy way out.
But isn't it his choice?
Mm.
Isn't it his autonomy to make that choice?
Actually, not in this situation. Technically, I have legal responsibility of him.
Oh, see, whether or not you bear legal responsibility over someone, you should want the best for them. Wanting the best for them and getting them to do the things that are best for them are two different things.
Mm.
It is the river pushing the stone, as opposed to the stone living its content life, parting the river around it.
My man.
Now, there is a very simple solution to this, and I think, Ark, you can agree with me that this is probably the best course of action. I have with me some Percocet,
Yes.
Fuck, how did I know?
Yeah.
No!
and I'm gonna write you a prescription for 30 of these a day.
Thank you.
And
No! What
in my professional opinion, I think this is the best thing that we could do for Ark right now. Is
No,
let
it's not. You
him-
literally just gave me
is
like
let-
really good life advice. You can't give the same to him. Get
One
him to
second.
work through his
One
near
moment,
death?
Mr. Basher. One moment, Mr. Basher. I think you're not understanding the situation here. It's very simple. You're trying to deprive this man of his God-given right to enjoy life. Is this wrong, Ark?
True.
Enjoying life leads to a better life. And with this consensus, which we've all reached unanimously, I'm going to go ahead and write you a prescription for 30 Percocet. Here you go. And he hands you, Ark, some drugs. And he's like, and that will be, if I tally this correctly, 78 gold pieces, please.
And you're covering it, Vasher. You're the man.
And I will grab Ark and I'll say, you can pay for the drugs. I said I'd pay for the therapy. These are
I'm-
separate.
I'm actually broke.
Do I believe you?
I'm in your zone of truth, aren't I?
Oh, that's true. I'll
I mean,
reach.
if you don't want him to get better, I can just take them back. I'm so sorry, Ark.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That your friend doesn't want
No,
what's
no,
best
and
for
I'll,
you.
and I'll grab one of my 100 gold gems, and I'll put it in his hand, and I'll say, this should cover it.
He takes it and he pulls out like a little like eye telescope thing. He just kind of looks at
How'd
it real
you
quick.
get all of these? How do you have all this on
He
you?
has a little jeweler's kit and he starts like tapping it a few times. And then he shines like a little torchlight behind it. It's like the purity's pretty good. I'd say at least an S grade. Purity, 100 gold pieces. Yes, I think this will more than cover it.
You know what? You can keep the change. It's actually, can I have my 10 gold that I paid you back?
No, it's been an hour, so it's.
Well, but that would cover. You know what? It's. How is he supposed to use this prescription? He's getting 30 a day. How are you gonna get him?
Oh, well, I expect you to come back here tomorrow. Ark, I hope you feel better, and if you need to ever talk again, I am right here as long as your friend here is willing to cover the charge.
That's true. I'll see you later, Steve.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you later, Ark. And you, Vasher, I'd start thinking about what it means to be so controlling over people, and what that means to you.
I don't like that you're pushing into my psyche, and
I'm not pushing into your psyche.
Can I see your?
It
Can
is
I
your
see that
psy-
card
it is,
again? No. Can I see
it
the
is your
card?
psyche screaming out to be let free. You
Can I-
have my card. It is in your possession.
No, your. Can I see your license?
You have my card. It's right there.
And I look at it again.
It says PhD psychology.
I guess psychiatry or psychology.
It just says psychology.
Does the drug side have like official like?
It's very
license?
nicely embroidered.
How did you ever? Why are you in a place like this?
It is a very welcoming place. There's a great place of tapas right around the corner.
This is where people need the most help, Vasher.
This is where you find yourself at the lowest point.
Yes.
Yes, that's true. 5 gold's a lot though to help people at their lowest, don't you think?
Well, no, I mean you're getting my best stuff.
Yeah, sliding scale.
This means you care. This means you
Okay.
care.
All right, Ark. In order for me to be a better friend, I need to not be liable for your actions.
Okay.
Because in all fairness, that man was right. I probably try and control some.
I'm
people
right
too
here.
much. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, I've just figured you'd leave by now.
All right. Let's walk and talk.
Yep. Make sure to come back tomorrow. You're gonna have to refill that.
Yeah, we'll see.
And as you guys head out, that was both of your guys' arc. Zal is not here. You guys all meet back up together at the Mammoth's Wealth. It is the night of the 10th.
Before that, can I go?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do?
As soon as I wake up on the third day, I want to cast divination.
Okay. So, you sit down. You pull out the watch, and it spins like crazy. As the compass spins like crazy as the energy kind of pulses out. What is it that you are trying to divine?
I want to find my book. It's very dangerous, after all.
Specifically, the green book.
Yeah.
Okay. This is tricky because Zala isn't here, and Zala is the one that has the book.
Yeah. However you want to solve it is fine, but I don't want to. Like, this is what my character would do.
No, I totally understand. Totally understand. And I like it. I like where you're going with this. So I feel like it'd be a more interesting interaction if David was here.
It's unfortunate.
But since he's not here, I'm gonna throw this out to the group real quick. Does anyone remember where David put the book?
Wasn't it in his bag?
Was
Yeah,
it
I
in his
think-
bag?
I think it's on his
Side bag?
person.
Okay.
Well, there's a simple solution for this, boys.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll a d20. 10 or above, his bag is still in the room.
Oh wow, easy. All right.
Anything below, it's on Zala, and we're gonna have to resolve this after David comes back.
Yeah, that's fine.
You feel the divination like pulse out, and you're
Just,
back into like that
couple
field of
vignettes what you
flowers.
guys wanna do.
And that guiding line that tethers you in the path that you're supposed to go, now slightly deviated from where you last remember it. You're still on the path, but you're starting to border it. Then you see another string kind of like pulse out with your desire to find the book. And that path leads still kind of in parallel with the path that you're following, but it is skewing further and further away. That path does lead you to where the book is. Do you follow?
Yeah. Oh, walk both paths for now, right?
Yep. You feel the tether like kind of pull you, and you walk down to Zala's room. Zala's bag is there. You're not sure why Zala had it. Last you remember, Gloria was the one that had any like proximity to it. But you reach into Zala's bag and you have the green book.
Does she have that damn cup in there too?
I don't know if I don't think Gloria. I
No,
think
yeah,
Gloria.
she did.
Yeah.
It was just asking.
No. Yeah, you just pull out that book.
All right, as I reach into her bag, my eyes go wide and I look around. There's no one in the room.
No.
I look at the book. It's the right book.
Yep, it's the green book with like the it's clasped shut. The dials all on the number 8.
I'll breathe deeply and then I'll sigh, and then I'll go to mine Tethrin's room and I'll walk through the door.
Tethrin's door, or
Yeah, Tethrin's door.
okay, you are in Rimber.
Still open, right?
Yeah, it's still ajar.
Yeah, I'll walk through it.
Yep. You're in Rimber Run, in an outhouse, outside of the the Diamond Crown's facilities. There's people walking around and stuff. A couple Diamond Crown look at you side eye, but they just assume you're using the bathroom.
Yeah, I'll leave it, and I'll go towards the Drent Manor.
Okay. You kind of circle around, go through the town square. Looks like they're preparing for some kind of like festivities in the wintertime. As little banners and stuff are kind of going up. It is very quaint and alive, much more lively than it was when it was haunted by that horribleness. And you start walking up the path towards Drent Manor.
Is the forest around it still kind of spooky?
No, not anymore. It is the forest is much smaller, and the manor land is also much smaller. It seems like whatever like the weird parallel dimension that was like affecting the area was also amplifying the space that was there. Now it's just kind of a lean path that kind of circles a little bit and then goes up to the actual manor.
Then I'll walk up to the gate.
Walk up to the gate. There's a couple of guardsmen who notice you. They realize who you are, and they're like, "Oh, hello. Are you here to see Lord Drent?"
No, actually, I'm here to see Lady Drent. Is she all right?
Oh, we can send someone up and see if she will meet with you. What was your name again? I know you were with the prismatic thread. Your specific name.
Yeah, Yeska.
Yes, yes, of course. We'll send someone right away. They send someone. They get confirmation back. The Lady Drent seems happy that you're coming by. Gates are opened, and they lead you up into the house. You're led into a study room that before was horribly creepy. Now it's all very cleaned up and beautiful, and with like there's a hearth roaring, and you kind of sit in one of the chairs that they direct you, and as you wait for Lady Drent, you're given some tea and some biscuits and stuff like that. And after a little bit, Lady Drent, looking much more alive, much more vibrant. Still a couple of bags underneath her eyes. Still looks tired, but looking significantly better than when you had seen her before. Like long brown hair that she had before has been cut. She has much shorter hair now. Still looks quaint and beautiful, but it looks like she's just more excited about life than she was before. And she sees you. She beams a little bit. Hello. I don't think. We didn't get to speak last time in any capacity that was good. I'm Lady Drent. It's very nice. I'm glad I get to speak more. I'm sorry, I'm very excited. You're Yeska?
Yeah, I'm pleased to meet you again. You look much better this time.
Yep, yes, that's all thanks to all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you remember anything from back then?
She stutters for a moment, and you see her eyes kind of like fade a little bit, and she kind of shakes her head, and she stammers a little bit and says, I try not to recall as much as possible.
Just have something I need a little help with. Do you know what this is? I'll pull out the book.
You show her the book. Her initial reaction is like curiosity. She approaches it, and the moment she touches it, she recoils so quickly. Almost like she has just touched like a burning stove. And she like backs away from it as far as she can. Clearly, still trauma's still there.
Okay.
I that's more of that thing. I'm so sorry. Could you put it away?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Um, I, I suppose that solves that. Um,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be discourteous.
no, really, that's all I came here for.
Um,
I'll be going now.
are you sure? I can have some dinner made. You must have traveled for a while. You were in Visimar. Um,
Problem. I'll smile and I'll begin to exit.
oh, all right. Well, take care. She looks confused, just thoroughly confused. As you exit the Drent Manor. What's you guys still thinking right now?
Um, I'm pleased to know that she can still recognize this sort of thing, but also to know that she doesn't really want anything to do with it. She's fixed, I guess. She's cured.
Yeah, that heal spell was big.
So, um, hmm.
I mean, you have learned that now, at least, that there is magic powerful enough to disrupt and heal whatever this thing's influence is.
Yeah, I'll go to a street bench and I'll try to open it again.
Okay, go ahead and roll just a d20.
Actually, first I want to see if Zala's done anything with it.
Roll an investigation check.
After she stole it from me. A 16.
With a 16, there doesn't seem to be any marked difference from when you had it and how it is now. It seems like, given what you knew about that night, because deep down you knew that Gloria had the book in some capacity, or at least it was in Gloria's sphere. It's entirely possible that Zala didn't have it until that evening, and then Zala's just been away, so you don't know what Zala had planned to do with it, but Zala hasn't done anything with it yet.
Alright, I'll try to open it anyway.
Yeah, go and roll d20.
And I eat a 17.
17, you start putting just combinations into it, trying to figure out a way to get it open, and as you're just rolling through the numbers, doesn't quite seem to allow you into the book. Seems like you need specific numbers.
In the Drip Manor, it looks normal.
Yep, look perfectly normal.
Alright, I guess I'll go back home.
Okay.
That's it.
All of you reconvene. You're all together again at the Mammoth's Wealth. You're just having dinner together. Tethrin's still not there. Leo, if you want to send another spell to Tethrin, you're more than welcome to.
Hey, do I need to see where Tethrin is again? I'll ask the group.
Well, he's in Rimber Run, right?
Is that where that is? Is that where he said? Okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine, right?
So, I mean, you probably would have contacted us by now, right? You can do that.
Yeah, maybe we should contact Zala instead, unless you already know where she is, Leo.
Oh yeah, and then I'll pull out the note. Yeah, she left this note. Said she was taking care of a few things, but we'll be back for the challenge.
Did she say where she got this from? I'll pull out the book. I've been looking for it for 2 days
No,
now.
don't think I recognize. I don't think I've seen her reading a book or anything.
Sure.
Now that
I
you
will
guys,
not send a message then.
yep, okay. So you guys are kind of just together for a little bit longer. This will be the last stretch before, right before the King's Challenge. So this will be like the last bit of free time that you guys can do whatever it is you wish to do.
No, I need to go to the Boro.
Well, I will tell the group before we part from the group part that I'm going to make a little trek up to a place up north called Darler's Fall. And then if anyone wants to join, that's fine. But if not, that's okay too.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Ark and I have some business to attend to, so I will not be joining you.
We're getting our memories wiped.
No, we're not doing that.
Huh?
We're not?
I could wipe your memories.
You can?
You can?
Killing you.
How do you
Yeah.
do that?
I've seen Father Tom do it plenty of times. Do you have a hammer?
See, it was same solution as me. I don't. You gotta hit him really hard, Yeska.
A lobotomy.
But not really hard. He just needs to lay down.
Here, I have him right here.
It should be pretty easy.
Oh.
Maybe the horns will get in the way.
I don't think this is the kind of memory wipe you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I think
I've never done it
Maybe-
myself, but I've seen it done plenty of times.
really.
Yeah,
Huh.
I'm a monk, you know.
You're something.
Or something.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyone seen Gloria?
No, she kind of just seemed to like disappear.
Interesting.
Oh no, but her house, sorry, her room was burned down, and
Oh,
there was some fish in it.
Fish.
just some random fish.
Why?
Yeah,
I guess that was her pet project.
Let her
burning
go.
fish.
No, like just like eating, like fishing
What?
itself.
Anyway. Yeah, so she's probably gone. Maybe
Again.
dead? Burned to death? That explains
Burned
why
to
she's gone.
Well, I hope she's not like
That's
dead.
true.
Zala's note didn't say anything. Didn't mention anything about Gloria, did it?
No.
Cool. Just
So, as all of you are just kind of here in this space, we're gonna go ahead and resolve the last bit of this. Raylan, you were meeting up with
Dormwater.
yeah, down in the
Deep bear room.
okay. You go down to the Low Harbor at like 8 p.m. that same night, a little bit before this interaction happens, and you find them at this this bar. It seems to be just like a fishery bar. And you walk in, there's people drinking and stuff, and you see those three gentlemen you had seen before. They're not wearing their workout clothes, they're wearing like those leather armors and this kind of thing. You see one of them walks up to you and says, "Ah, you made it. Did you bring anyone, or?"
Nah, I decided it might as well be a solo thing.
All right. Well, we have a contact that we meet up with that will give us kind of instructions. We do the job and we get paid. Sound good?
Yeah, run of the mill thing. Sure.
All right. Just follow us, and they start walking around. They go a little bit further down into the harbor, and they go down into this back alley. As you guys kind of wait in this back alley, you see some crates and stuff are moved, and you see this short man walks out. And as he walks out, he says, "Who's the new kid?" "Oh, he's just helping us out with the job. What are we doing, Steve?" "It's a simple job." He like reaches into his pocket and he hands a card over to this guy. Like, "This dragon boy,
Oh, no.
he came around here with a mark that has helped me out in the past.
I think he's causing some trouble for the young man. I want you to rough him up a little bit. I want to make sure that my friend's okay.
Do I catch interest in when he says Dragon Boy?
It depends. Roll insight.
Let me see if I'm in the headspace to recognize it's Vap. Yep, I'm definitely in the headspace.
Yeah, he says Dragon Boy, and that does definitely catch your interest. All right. Do you know where he is?
Wait. You said Dragon Boy. Is this Dragon Boy? Does he seem like he intends good, but he's just a kind of a dumbass?
Yes.
All right.
He had that vibe.
Is he black and white on like heavy? He wears armor
More,
everywhere.
yeah, more white. He has black spots on him.
All right.
Do you know him?
Yeah. Yep. He's an acquaintance of mine. I think he meant well, but he's probably just not able to explain himself well.
Hmm.
To do
So he wasn't keeping Ark as a prisoner.
Oh no! That's that situation. No. Ark is not a prisoner. It's a mutual benefiting relationship. Ark got into some trouble, and Basha is his ticket out of it.
Ark got Big Brother programmed?
Basically.
Oh, that's rough. That's a rough sentence. It explains a lot, though. They were talking some business, and I was getting worried for him.
Yeah.
No, if that's all that is, I suppose. Well, you went through the trouble to come down here, try and ruffle him up, and I appreciate that, boys. Here, and he tosses you guys. Vasher, how much money did you pay him?
I gave him 100 gold gem and then 10 gold.
Okay, he definitely converted that gem already. So he hands each of you 15 gold pieces, just for the trouble.
Oh.
I apologize for.
Keep in mind. I feel like you probably deserve a little bit.
Oh,
more
that's
credit.
too generous. That's too generous. I like to pay for when I make troubles.
Sure.
I insist. You keep it. You take it.
Sure.
And the three guys are with you. Like, oh, right, okay, yeah, sure. Well, we're just here to help. See you later, Steve. You take care. You boys take care. I got some business to take care of. And he goes back behind the crates, and Raylan, go and roll a perception check.
Oh god. Yes. Zala tied up. It's 11. I'm shit.
With 11, as he's moving the crates around, you see that he's not walking into like a makeshift hovel. Instead, it seems like when he moves it across, he's going down into a basement that's lit up, and there's a casino or something down there. As he moves the crates back, everything just goes back into full darkness. Oh, I guess you saved us some trouble, and we earned coin without having to do anything. You're good. You're good.
I just happenstance.
Let's waste some of this on drinks, huh?
Fuck it, why not?
All right, so you guys have a good time. The next day, go ahead and roll one more investigation check. See if you can find.
17.
17. The next day, you wake up the Mammoth's Wealth, having drunk responsibly. As you're having morning breakfast, the rest of the party's somewhere else. Someone sits at the table. I heard you were looking for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, we should probably. Wait, is it just me or is it with the group?
No, it's just you.
Okay.
You look up and she is sitting there wearing a fine gown. Looks like she's on her way to some kind of event.
Well, lovely. But anyway, our Singlock problem. Well, 3 days ago. I don't know if you know this, but I feel like
I'm well aware. I'm well aware.
Was that your intention?
It wasn't my full intention. We were trying to get more information on him before we could, prosecute. But of course.
Wait, so are you trying to lock him up?
Lock
Yeah.
him up. Want him dead. It's all semantics.
I mean semantics, but you know, look.
But I can't move without evidence, and you know that.
Yeah, but I didn't even know you're moving against him. I thought you had some plan in there.
Well, your patron had other reasons to deal with Lord Singlock, and now our missions are aligned. Now they have full context,
Yeah.
so you can do whatever you want with him.
Okay, good. Because judging by how things are going, I thought I'd probably have to deal with him rather quickly, if not that night.
I'm glad you did that, because
Not
if you had, it would have been very difficult for me.
see, not out of not trying though. He just got lucky.
Yeah, the slippery ones usually get lucky.
But you know, I guess it makes your job easier and mine a lot fucking more annoying.
Hey, just because someone beat you doesn't mean that you have to be all,
Oh,
a sad sack.
There was no beating. I barely got to touch the man, let alone talk to him.
If anything comes across, if I find anything, I'll let you know. How's that sound?
Sure.
Since you did so good holding up your end of the bargain.
Yep. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, actually, can I have that payment now? In a way.
Oh.
Yeah, I need you to look at. I'll flip my head. I'll take off. Wait, yeah. I'll put my bandana up because I've had it lowered for a lot because of the ear thing. I'm like, can you look into why a mark would appear on somebody? And I'll flip my ear. That somebody else would have.
She inspects the marking. It's a nice tattoo. Can't say I know the design.
Yeah, but it's not mine. Or I shouldn't be here more so.
Interesting. I know a few people that could potentially give me some information. Sure. You did such a good job.
Thanks. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna order me an ale and go with this fucking breakfast.
Oh, rude. Not inviting a lady for a drink right before she's going to a gala?
I mean,
she stands up.
If you so wish, but you're in a gown.
No. I don't want to put you out. As she winks, she leaves the Mammoth's Wealth.
I'm gonna get a heart attack with all these people.
Next up, we've got Catherine. Catherine.
Sir.
You have waited for a solid hour. At your location. The music's just kind of on a loop, just the same track, going in a circle. You kind of stood up at this point. You walked paced a couple times. What's Catherine thinking?
Looking around, maybe trying to see what he can piece together from the runes, stuff like that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
I will roll guidance first, and then I'll roll investigation. 23.
23. Well, the 23, as you're reading through these runes, they are really strange in shape and size. They're none of like the basic core mechanics of runes that you've seen before. All of them are completely different sets of like iconography.
Can I draw them in my spell book?
That's the
Like
thing.
in the
You've seen a couple of them.
Oh, nice.
In your other book.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
As you're kind of like sifting through, you pull out the other book and you start like comparing. You start to notice like that all of these runes, not just the ones that you know, are chronomantic runes. Something about this room is doing something to time. And as you're kind of like deciphering, you start writing down specific runes that you don't have yet in your spell book. You hear like the sigil of the teleportation sigil just kind of hum, and then someone is standing on the sigil.
Well, that's certainly not what I expected. Hello?
The person pulls down their hood.
Is it me?
It is not you.
Okay. Just checking.
The person pulls down their hood. Fully bald human, with a little bit of a goatee. That's like bright, like stark white. Black eyes. About human, like no standard human height. Nothing crazy. And he's looking at you. Tethrin, good to see you.
Yes. Absolutely. It's good to see you as well.
He walks over to a section of the room that now has a chalkboard on it, with like a crazy equation on it. Like, all right,
Okay.
so you figured it out, right?
This?
Yeah.
Point to the. I didn't see this here before. I'll
What?
try. No. Just one moment.
Wait. He looks at you for a moment, like is actually studying you. You look very young.
Almost 100.
Ooh boy. Ooh boy. Did I get the times wrong? Yeah, I got the times wrong, didn't I? I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. And I told you too. I thought I could correct it, but you can't correct time, can you? He leans back, all of a sudden he's sitting in an armchair.
I'm confused.
You don't recognize me?
Maybe. Or
Your pal, Dr. Apocalypse.
I've not met a man by that name.
We gambled. You won?
Oh! Of course. You're probably upset that I won your spell book.
No, I'm glad. We've had so many conversations since then. It's just the first one took a while. I guess this one's it.
Right.
Okay. It's crazy that this is the first time we're talking. I was just talking to you. Literally, I just stepped off of that route and I was literally just talking to you.
How was I doing?
You're okay. I mean, the ear grew back, so.
Fantastic. And my friends?
Actually, I can't tell you any of that because you know,
Right.
the
Yeah.
solidification theory, all that.
Yeah. Of course. So there's a chance that something may happen to me, and you may not be talking to me in the future, but you already have.
Yeah, I've screwed
So
up.
really, you've been to the future, or you're from the future? Different?
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Okay. So you could tell me I make it, and then I make it.
Would, but I've fucked up your life a lot because, like, a lot. You got so angry at me once, and you just threw like 4 fireballs at me, and you had like no spell slots. I don't know how you did it. You still won't tell me.
To be fair, I don't know. So
Pinky, promise with me right now that you'll tell me.
A promise for a promise. You teach me something cool right now. I promise I won't do it in the future.
How old did you say you were?
Almost 100.
Okay. What's the last cool thing you did?
Let's see. I tried to freeze. Oh, I froze a giant elephant snake in time.
Oh, oof, that's early. That's really early.
Well,
No,
I thought it
can't
was
help.
pretty cool. So.
Can't teach you anything yet. Unfortunately. Sorry. That won't happen until after. Can't say. But that's nope, can't say that either. Of course, when you're can't say that either. Oof, this is tough. This is a hard conversation to have.
For you.
I feel bad because I have all the cards, you know?
Yeah, you do. That's true.
I think the first thing you have to do is meet me when I don't have all the cards.
I see. And how do you? How would you say I go about doing that?
Well, if I'm right, that was right before the King's Challenge?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Any
So
King's
that's
Challenge tips?
uh again, I can't tell you.
Fair enough.
You know how this works. I
I
don't want
do.
you
That's
turning
why
time
I'm prying.
I
So,
don't want you turning into a time stone. You know how
right.
it is. You know how it is.
Like, the master dies. You
Yes.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
Hmm. Right about now, I think I'm getting tea on my way to Vizimar. Because I'm there for the King's Challenge.
See.
Right before the king thanks you for all the things that you did at the thingy.
Right. Thingy, of course.
Yes. So I meet you right
Yeah.
after that, and you make a horrible impression. Truly, just a bad impression.
I'll
That
keep
one I'll
in
give you for
mind.
free because
Thank
every
you.
time you've tried,
Really had to solidify that one, didn't
no,
you?
I just
It's
remember
very
you.
kind.
I just remember you went back in time a couple times to try and fix it, and you just made it worse. I wouldn't be surprised if you see yourself trying to fix it.
I think that would be an issue.
Bad. It's bad. Yes,
Yeah.
it's really bad. I had to stop you. We nearly destroyed the timeline. It was great. Oh,
Right.
so
Yeah.
many good times. I'm so excited right now.
Okay. So what's the point of this temple then?
This?
Yeah,
Oh, this is all old Lucrian technology.
I see. Okay.
And it's a nexus point. Eventually, you'll be able to just tap into the space, and it's a free space to do what you want.
But not now.
No, not now. It's too early. You haven't even. Uh, look, before your grand adventure is over, you'll have more time magic than most people in the world.
You solidified it. There it is.
It's just a truth.
What do you mean most? I do strive to have the most out of anybody. Not one of the most.
True. There are others. And now that you've found this place and you've opened it, they'll be coming for you.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
How many keys are there? I thought I had the key.
You had one key.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of doors. You think they make one key?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so things with the war will get worse before they get better.
I figured.
And those keys will reveal themselves, and the people that have them will too.
Gotcha.
But I will always be there by your side to help you in whatever things that happen. Except for at
likely.
first. At first, I think you're a horse's ass. But
Okay.
after that, you're pretty cool.
Fair enough. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Oh, I guess I can give you this because this is the only thing we can't account for. He reaches down and he pulls out like a black robe. That occasionally, when it like shimmers in the light, it changes, like its opacity a little bit. Here you go. He tosses it at you.
Thank you.
Yep. That thing fell out of time. We have no idea where it belongs in the timeline, so we're just kind of throwing it around until someone figures out where it originally came from. If you could figure it out, that'd be great, because let's call that your first assignment. Figure out where that damn robe came from.
I will do my best.
The robe is immune to time.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Yeah, so it makes it very slippery and hard to figure out where
Yeah, I
it
can
came
imagine
from.
something like that would be very difficult
Yeah, so
to track
the
down.
robe gives disadvantage to an attacker that's using time magic on you.
Well, apparently I'm about to get time assassinated, so it should come in handy.
I'm assassinated. This is the conversation where we made that up. Or you made that up.
Well, you know.
It's crazy. I can't keep it straight anymore. Remember, my name is Dr. Apocalypse, and if you call me by my real name, I will kill you, and I have many times.
Clearly not good enough.
It was the timelines that we pruned.
Very cool. I'm sure I'll learn what all of this means in the future.
Yes, is Darla around yet?
No.
Good, good, good. She unfocuses you for a while.
I'll really keep that in mind.
Uh-huh.
Darla, huh?
Yes. I think she goes by D. She will kick your ass.
It's not too uncommon.
In any case, well, I think it's about time you head back to Vizimar. Do you want to walk back, or do you want me just to do some crazy magic shit and throw you back there?
I don't have much of an interest in walking.
I don't know. That Jonathan guy is pretty cool.
I hate that guy.
He turns out to be the hero of the entire story.
I don't care. Not this story.
I'm joking. He dies in a devastating fight. All right. Well, I'm gonna do some crazy magic shit now.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
I'll
He waves.
see you in a couple hours, days. I don't know.
At this point, who cares? But just remember, time magic is insanely powerful.
I figured that much out.
He waves his hands. The entire room collapses in on itself. You see the eyes of God, and you vanish into the dark streets of Ismar. You have the robe and the key in your hands. And then, like directly in front of you, you see like a prestidigitation sign that says "Dr. Apocalypse is cool." It shines with multicolor lights, and then it vanishes.
I'll put the key back in my bag. I suppose I'll throw on the robe.
I'll put it in your inventory in a second.
Very cool. And I will make my way back to the Mammoth's Wealth.
Okay. Leo, you and Yeska make a journey north, to the waterfall. It's not that difficult to get to after like you've learned its name. So knowing its name helps a ton. Darler's Fall, is like a day's north of Vizimar. It is a cold location. There's a small like village right to the east of it where you stop. The two of you kind of stop in, just to have like a checkpoint, before you go down the paths, into the snowy, cold days of Vizimar. It's rolling into the evening as you're walking down the path that like some of the locals told you about. And as you wind around, you make it to what looks like a beautiful waterfall. You see that the stone formations that make it kind of like crests at the top, and there's water that's evenly falling across the entire space. There is a single stone, like the water isn't that deep. It's probably less than a foot deep. It's freezing cold probably, but there's a single stone that a waterfall is currently like cascading on top of. And there is a dwarven man that's currently seated on the stone. And water's just crushing on.
First of all, thanks for coming, Yeska. I appreciate someone coming.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'm doing here. I just know I needed to come here.
Yeah, I never asked why are we here again?
Well, it's just kind of trying to find purpose.
Oh,
It might be some meditating. I don't know, but you know, glad you came along for the journey.
yeah, I'm looking for that too. So maybe we can both find some.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's. I think that guy. And I'll
Yeah,
point at
hello,
the-
short guy.
Person
mean-
is, you guys kind of call out to him, and he is unmoving.
Huh.
You probably have to get closer.
Maybe he's meditating.
Well, maybe we should just go join him.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go closer.
Okay. You guys wade into the water. It is freezing. Doesn't stop you guys though as you move closer and closer. You're maybe like 10 feet away from him when you realize that it's not a person. It is a stone, like a statue. potentially
Oh.
carved here. You're not entirely sure, but they are sitting in the center of the stone, just like in a meditative pose.
Okay.
You take it this is probably Darler.
Oh, this is probably why it's called the falls. Okay. Well, hmm.
I'll quickly climb out of the water, and I'll sit down.
You sit down next to the statue.
Yeah.
Okay. The water starts cascading on your shoulders, and it is very cold. And you start trying to get into a meditative state. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, easy enough. 26.
26. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you kind of like you don't go into a rage, but you're like at the point where you're about to using that emotion just to keep you in an overwhelmed, like concentrated state as you start to fall into a meditation. Leo, what are you doing?
Oh look. Are there any other think what the word would be. Are there any other markers of any kind that maybe other people have left around the falls or near the statue?
Roll an investigation for me.
Okay. I'll go ahead and give myself guidance as well. First investigation. So 16 total.
16. With a 16, you don't see any identifying markers of like religious thoughts or anything like that in the immediate vicinity. You do notice that the statue of Darlar does have a Pegasus. Like his hands are kind of clasped, and right above it, right on his chest, there's a small Pegasus there.
Okay. Is there any so Yeska's sitting next to it, so I guess there's space kind of around it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like the stone that he's sitting on is fairly wide.
Okay.
So there's enough room for like 5 people to sit next to the statue.
Okay. Am I able to sit facing the statue?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put. You said it's like holding a Pegasus.
No,
Is
it's
that
just
what you
an
said?
emblem above.
Oh, an emblem. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and his hands are kind of clasped together like this.
Okay. I'm gonna sit in front and kind of put my hand on the statue's hands, and try to meditate that way.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw. You're still really close to the water. It's misting on top of you, rolling all around you.
Okay. 14.
14. The cold bothers you for a little while. It takes you a little bit to get into that meditative state. Occasionally, you open your eye and you look over at Yeska, and you see his eyes are just glowing. He's in the zone. You've seen his eyes and like his mouth like and everything glow before when he goes into a rage. But like this isn't like harming anyone. It's just like being in that headspace for him. And you refocus, you start pushing into the thought of just thinking of nothing, just using the noise of the waterfall to like drift you away. And as that hum, that rush of water continues to like hit down, you hear so you're Leoran.
I am.
You open your eyes.
I'll like peek open one eye.
You peek up in one eye, and this Yeska is no longer here. The stone statue of the man Darlar is not a stone anymore. There isn't water cascading on him, but like a thick fog that's like perpetually flowing downwards. The water that you had below you is now just rivulets of lightning, just echoing and moving with the like undulations of the water. Took you long enough, boy.
Sorry. You must be Darler?
Aye. It's good to see you again.
Oh, we've met?
Once, long time ago. You see, he looks a little choked up.
Do I recall, in my own memory, ever meeting him?
Roll history check.
Okay. Not good. 3.
Like, something in the tone of his voice and in, like, the way that he carries himself feels very familiar. But
Hmm.
it's like, you know, you can recall the emotions of a person, but not, like, the face or...
Mm-hmm.
It's odd. Like, you can't quite pull yourself back into that space where you remember this
Yeah.
person. He says, "You were probably lost, wandering. That's okay. I think it's time for some clarity."
I would greatly appreciate that.
Have the Leaf Wards taken care of you?
Oh, tremendously.
I am glad. They were good people. And they were good to take you when they did. Your father and your mother didn't want to leave you. They had to. You have to understand that.
I've never been told much about that, unfortunately.
Do you know their names?
It's kind of like a fog in my mind. I can't quite grasp it.
I always disagreed with your father on this. I didn't think it was necessary, but your mother also didn't want you to forget, but you didn't have to live with the pain, but I thought it was wrong.
Do you know where they are now?
They're long gone, boy.
That's what I was afraid of.
I'm sorry. But they fought valiantly. You... I have no way to tell you how much they loved you and how much they sacrificed to make sure you'd be okay.
Well, I at least know that they made a good decision by sending me with good people, so I can believe that their judgment is very good.
Now is when I need to explain some things. He kind of touches the center of your chest and pushes you away slightly. You slide away from his presence, and you see the fog roiling down like a cascade, like a cascading waterfall, beginning to shift and change as it kind of grows into its own space. You see 2 fully formed furbolg. They look like you. The male furbolg has lightning stripes all down one arm, and the female furbolg has lightning stripes down the other arm. Antathia and Kator. These were your parents. Do you need me to write that down?
No, I got it.
Okay. They were stark worshippers of Stalingrad, as I was. But that came a duty, a purpose.
Valengrad is something that transcends the other deities. An old life that grants life. The Furbolg are more attuned with that old power than most. The image shifts, and you see the Pegasi flying around, lightning striking around, and the image of your father grabbing the lightning bolt, and your mother astride a Pegasus. Your people, the Haragnai, they were Furbolg of theirs, of the flight. They soared and lived above the skies of Veronmir. Noble people. With unimaginable grace and beauty, they lived lives of greatness, as your parents did. Until the fall. Until the betrayal. Until the Red Trade Wars. When Veronmir sent the purge along to the Furbolg people that sided with Sephiria. A purge led by a general. A butcher. A fierce storm that ravaged and brutally murdered hundreds of thousands of Furbolg. The great tiger butcher eradicated across the fields of Veronmir and across the lands of Sephiria and beyond. That is until your people stepped down from the clouds given to them by Valengrad to protect the Furbolg. Your mother and father in the lead, but not willing to lose you, handed you as a token of defense and protection to the Leaf War. A peace treaty between their people and the Leaf Wardians. You acted as a boon of life and protection. As they fled, the butcher could not see them. And as long as you are there, the butcher cannot see them. And your parents put an end to the butcher. They were the reason he was trapped, and the reason that he was hung from the highest bough of the Yule tree until dead. But the dark magics of the Veronmir, those aspected to create the evils that they wished, somehow brought it back. With a new intent, one which I cannot see.
Well, that explains his interest in me, I guess.
He cannot touch the rest of the Furbolg as long as you live. And it is his only goal. Though, there are other things that he cannot touch as long as you live. Your blood is important.
Well, I will do my best to make sure that he cannot touch those things.
Sorry to put this on you.
It's okay. I was looking for clarity, purpose.
But know this. Your parents, they sacrificed everything when they handed you over. And it was through tears that I watched them carry on and fight.
Well,
They're
I
li-
will not
Okay.
let that happen in vain.
Your mother was the Pegasus. Your father was the lightning. You are the hammer. Do you understand?
Think so.
Good. Find it. Find the resolve to end this. The conflicts that are happening between Saphira and Varanmir are strong and old. But that does not mean the Furbolg deserve death. It is not what I wished for them when I fought. And I would fight again if I could. As you sit there in contemplation, you kind of close your eyes for a moment, and you hear the rushing of water, and you're freezing cold. What's Leo thinking? What's going through his head?
Thinking about what comes next. Is it all about the butcher, or is there more to it with the war? And hoping that maybe events with this group will help shed light on that.
Sound good? Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeska. Your deep meditation. You smell the flowers, rustling of trees. The water rushing around you doesn't seem to bother you anymore. And you hear the soft voice again. Is the path becoming too treacherous?
I don't know yet.
What is it you intend with the book?
I don't know. Protect it.
For your gain?
Sorry?
For your gain? Or for its destruction?
Um, I, if we can destroy it, that'd be great. I don't particularly like it.
The days before the fall, Kaza fought the forces of Hyloguide, the one known as Lemundar, alongside the rest of the gods. If your path leads you to its destruction, I shall aid you with every fiber of my being. That evil cannot be allowed to live.
How can I destroy it?
There are powers and magics more potent than whatever has been cast on that book. The one way I know, the one way that it was done in the old times, was to rely on the power of the great worms. If this is the path you seek, the path to find one of these great worms, to destroy this thing, Kaza will set the course for you.
All right, easy enough. I don't have to sit here anymore, right?
If you do not wish to,
It's really cold.
it is.
Thanks.
Kaza will warm your way. That is as it has always done. As your vision kind of glides back, the freezing water no longer seems to bother you. As Leo and Yeska, you both awaken at the same time.
Did it work?
Yeah, I think so. How about you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. It's really cold. We should get out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, really cold. Uh-huh. We'll swim back to the shore and begin our way back.
You guys can just stand. It's like less than a foot deep.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, you guys just
No, we
stand up.
get down on our bellies
Yeah,
and swim
we
on the
swim.
foot.
We swim.
You guys walk back to the shore, and at the shore you see like a little old lady's there with like some warm towels, and she hands one to each of you. It's
Oh,
like,
bless you.
Yes, of course. There's an inn back in town that has warm mead.
I think I might have gotten the cold.
Oh, we have healers. Come on, let's get you all warmed up.
Thanks.
As you guys start walking back down the path towards the town, and you're warmed up by the nice locals there.
Nice.
Next up, we've got Yeska and Ark. Are you guys still doing stuff together, or what's up?
What do you mean, Basher?
Vasher and Art.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Basher,
I
Ark.
thought I was on. I thought I was unmuted. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're still together. We need to go figure out the legal recourse so I can be a better friend.
Okay, so you guys are going
Uh,
back to the.
To the night HQ.
Yep.
Yep, and so that I can get the information that Lady Everett sent for about this inn that I'm looking for.
So you guys go back to the Knights HQ, and you get there to the reception desk, and when Ark is there, she points you back down to like the holding cells.
What?
Like to the person that like the clerk that first issued this command.
Yeah.
Uh,
Excuse me. How do I become no longer in charge of this man legally?
you see the same like blonde knight that had assisted you before. She sees both of you and is like, "Oh, he's back."
No, he didn't do anything wrong. It's just at this point I've developed a friendship with him. And I can't be legally responsible for him and be his friend.
That's a weird way to put it.
I
what
feel
was
like
your-
that's a pretty reasonable way.
She looks at you, Ark, and says, "What was your sentence again?"
Undisclosed, really, honestly.
I can look it up. And she pulls the files, and she finds the one on you, Ark, and says, "Oh yes, you were loaned out to one Vasher Whitespine for the assistance with the King's Challenge, a 1-year indenturement."
There should be
I
a
just
second
remember being
name.
let out on a leash.
Yep. And Vasher Whitespine agreed to it. Until the year is up, Vasher Whitespine, or AKA the Prismatic Thread, is liable for any and all charges that you do against anything in Sephiria.
No, it's the whole group, not just you, Vasher.
Okay, well that's oh. Oh, all right. You know what? That'll work. That'll work just fine.
Yeah, now how do we get out of that?
You complete your sentence.
Well, I just saved the king.
Then you can ask the king to complete your sentence.
We're
Damn
not doing that.
I hate that guy.
No, bad,
I
bad.
mean, it's that kind of thing that's not going to get you released. I'm sorry. Once the indenturement has been drafted, there's no real reversal until the sentence is up.
You pee on one statue and then
Oh, you didn't just pee on one statue.
you piss your
just-
life away.
You
What else did he do?
Are you kidding? She like hands you a rap sheet. The rap sheet lists at least another 87 articles that he
Didn't-
was
Didn't kill anyone, did he?
like the amount of stuff that's on there is near treasonous. Though like Ark, when you're reading over it, you don't remember doing half of those things.
Most of this seems made up. Not gonna lie.
I don't know what to tell you. That's just what we found, and you were in the middle of it. And there was literally no one else around.
Wrong place at the wrong time. Right, Vasher? You've been there before?
Your
I-
fingerprints were everywhere.
You know,
Literally everywhere.
Unironically, I do understand what he's saying.
There were fingerprints just groping one of the statues. Like it's very difficult, and the church wanted him hanged. And we don't kill people for like expressing their values against like a church, but this was a little bit overboard.
You know, that's fair. All right. Well, if he's legally bound to everyone and not just me, can I
Yeah,
get that in right? Can I get a copy of that, please?
It's right there on the
No,
file.
No, I want like a copy of this document.
It's right there in your hand.
Oh, so this is a copy.
Yeah, we don't keep the main files where the
Oh,
bad guys
beautiful.
are.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's a good point. You know, that's a good point. All right, I'm gonna take this with me just for assurance throughout everywhere
Yeah.
we go.
We'll just get another person to transcribe that.
Okay, great.
I'm sorry, Vasher and Ark. This is just a sentence.
No, that's okay. I think that my conscience is clear. Ark,
If you-
you are stuck with us, but
if
we'll
you
make
want-
it better.
Ark, if you want to go to the appellate courts and try and plea a case against it, you're more than welcome to.
Fine.
Oh no, he's stuck with us.
They
Come on.
tried to kill me. I almost died.
That's not true. We kept you alive.
Or you could try your luck with the king. Who knows?
I somehow became a savior of Sephiria at the cost of my own life.
But you didn't die. You're still here.
I feel pretty dead inside.
I do too some days. In fact,
need-
most days. But that's
need-
okay.
Do you need counseling? We have counselors.
I already saw the best counselor in the city.
Oh, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah, he was
Ah.
really good.
He's real good. He's real good.
How much did he charge you?
I don't think you're supposed to ask.
No, I think it's okay. I just
To
want to know that
ask-
I didn't get scammed.
That is like very confidential medical information that I am not willing to share.
That's $1 about. All right, you know what? Let's just go, Ark. We got one problem solved. Let's go solve another one.
Okay, we haven't wiped my memory, and we haven't found Gloria. So
Okay.
one out of the 3 problems that I initially had is still, or I guess is somewhat fixed. And it's not even fixed.
Well, yeah, but my part of it is, which means that I can help you with the other ones in good faith.
Okay, which
Yeah,
one
we
do you
can
want
get
to
your
do
mind.
first?
Well, first, can I talk to my boss real quick?
Oh my god.
I have somewhere to look in town. I'm supposed to talk about an undead knight to this
Okay, see,
woman.
but this isn't relevant to anything that I'm doing.
On our way there, we will look for you to get your mind wiped.
So
Okay.
I'll even ask,
Give me my meds.
and I hand him just like 10 perks.
well, no, like Ark had his Percocets from like the day before. Like, he already, yeah. Ark had them.
I'll just throw them back. All of them.
Okay. Sounds good.
It
All
is fine.
30.
And I want to go talk to Lady Everett.
Yep, Ark, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw, and Vasher. Lady Everett is not there, but she did leave a note for you. the day scar in the Thoroughway.
In the
The
Thoroughway.
Throughway. I botched
Just
saying that.
Oh, that's really far. Well, all right, the day scar. Is that what you called it?
Yep, the day scar in the Throughway.
Okay.
Only name with that. Only in with day. in
Match
it.
that's run by a woman named Diana.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay. And I'll turn back and look at Ark.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you're fine. It doesn't. You don't go into like. It doesn't kill you taking that many Percocet at the same time.
Cool. I'll play music.
Man, how does it take that much? Whatever. Anyways. All right, Ark, we got to go all the way to the Throughway, so I'm sure on our way there we can probably find someone to wipe your memory.
All right.
Sounds good.
You spend most of the day trying to find someone that can wipe memory, and most information you can get is that the Runefer College is the only one that's capable of doing that. But you do make it to the Day Scar in the Thoroughway. The Throughway, my gosh, I can't say that word.
Right.
As you guys, the Throughway. As you guys go into the inn, it's fairly packed with people, like having a place to stay for the King's Challenge. There is a woman currently at the front.
Excuse me, ma'am.
We're looking for a dead knight.
No, shut up! Shut up!
What?
She looks kind of confused. What
I'm
was
looking for a woman named Diana.
That would be me.
Did you happen to know a knight by the name of Clyde?
Yes.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, well, that's not how I was gonna put it.
What?
Yeah, he's dead. He died in the Gloria battle. And he tasked me with coming to tell you.
She looks at you dead in the eye and says, "He didn't die in battle, did he?
No,
He slipped and pissed, didn't he?"
Ha! What a shitty night if that's how he died.
How did you know that?
Damn it. She walks over to one of the patrons, slaps down like 5 gold. And the patron's like, "I knew it." And he takes the gold and starts laughing and walks out of the bar.
I want to grab him.
Like you grab him.
How did you know? How did you know?
What are you talking about?
How did you know? How did you know that happened?
Because of the seer.
The seer?
Yeah. Once
Wait.
again. Esmeralda. The greatest sorceress in all of Sephiria.
Okay. She told you this. She told you Clyde's future was to die.
Yes. And then you hear the barmaid. And I told him he was going to die if Esmeralda said that he was going to die. And he said, "No, I'll be fine. I'm going to die in a blaze of glory." He was a bad husband.
What? So would it make you feel better if I sent his ghost on to the afterlife?
Yeah.
Okay, I did.
He left
found
me
rest.
for war. He volunteered to go.
Oh God, he sounds like he was an asshole. I thought he just wanted rest, so I dueled him, and I beat him.
Of course you did. He was weak.
Oh God, so was I then. I still won. All right, well, I guess I completed my task. Yeah, well, he's dead.
Sorry you went through the trouble.
No, that's okay. I honestly, that's it kind of makes me feel better if he was a bad husband and kind of left you here to just work and didn't really help. That's kind of sad. Was he even like a particularly loyal, like stately man? Very patriotic, or
All he cared about was the state. All he cared about was the kingdom of Sephiria, more than he cared about his family.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Wait, what?
I just mean that's a lot of knights in this town.
Yeah.
I've been arrested many times, you saw.
Oh, I guess that's true. I should call my parent. I'll write them a letter. All right, Diana.
You,
I think we all got what we needed here.
do you boys want to drink?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, kinda.
All right, you guys just start drinking. As the days roll forward, and you find yourselves on the eve of the King's Challenge. Zala,
Hi.
how you doing?
In character, probably not well. Out of
Uh,
character, also no.
Yeah, I can tell he's hammered, dude.
No,
Oh,
I'm
wait.
just tired.
He's been drinking, dude.
Nah, it's a
So-
long day at work.
so 2 weeks have passed for everyone else.
Right.
I just need to know what you're doing. By the way, I had to make kind of an executive decision.
Yep.
And Yeska definitely took the book from you.
Yeah. That's exactly fine with me, dude.
Cool. So in those 2 weeks, is there anything you wanted to get done?
Uh,
The outfits would have been done by that time.
yeah. Not particularly. I'll just kind of bullet point them. I would like to pick up the outfits, but I'm gonna save them for the morning of the King's Challenge, of
Perfect.
course.
Perfect.
So I grabbed them and I just kind of put them in my closet. And honestly, I think in character, I think Zal is going to attempt to find a quiet spot. It might have to be slightly outside of Ismar, but if I leave, I'm gonna make sure I have some sort of like writing that says like who I'm with so I can get back in. And I basically want to attempt to do two things: either accidentally set off wild magic to try to go to the space between spaces, and I also want to kind of spend time meditating, communicating with this entity that is on my forehead.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I'll do for 2 weeks.
Okay. Then I'll just make you roll a couple of times then.
Yeah.
Roll a D100. Before you
Yeah.
do,
Okay.
you got to roll below a 20.
Oh, no.
For the wild magic surge that you want to happen.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
So we're only gonna roll once for the 2 weeks because
Yeah.
it's a rather powerful wild magic surge that you're attempting to do.
Of course.
And you don't know like how you managed to trigger it last time, but you were near a source of like weird magic at the
All
time.
right.
You're just kind of around nothing at this point, so like it's a difficult DC to hit. So
Right.
just go and roll D100, try and hit below a 20.
I'm doing it in roll 20. Boom. Nope, surely not.
Yeah, I mean, you set off wild magic. It goes berserk in a region like to the, say,
Yeah.
east of
It's just
Vizimar.
burned everywhere. It's just
Yeah, it's a
the
good
earth
section of
is
forest.
moved.
Yeah, you're pretty like disassociated from like any like civilization. But even in civilization, people feel like a tremor and a weird surge of magic from whatever you're trying to do. So unfortunately that doesn't happen. I'll actually it's 2 weeks, so I'll do it like once per week. So go and try one more
Okay.
time.
Oof. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, again.
So you attempt to, but it's difficult for that particular type of magic to occur. You feel
Right.
like you'd have a much higher chance if you found a place with a lot of odd magic.
Yeah.
And as for communing with the entity in your forehead, that's fairly easy to do. As you meditate in this, like, you made a small shelter for yourself out here in the woods, just to be able to be isolated, and think to yourself.
I stole a pillow in a blanket
Yeah,
from
so
wherever I was staying.
you're sleeping comfortably. So you meditate, and the entity is there. It is listening. What do you want to say?
Are you going to tell me your name officially, or am I just going to have to guess like a fool?
You feel the eye open. In the back of your mind, you hear, but you already know my name. You've said it many times.
I guess that just confirms that I have a good gut instinct. What is it that you hope to get out of this relationship of sorts?
I hope to gain unity with my disparate parts. I want to be whole again.
What's in it for me if you become whole? Would that not destroy my own body?
No, of course not. You are merely carrying my aspect. As long as you champion that. In the endeavor of attempting to make me whole, I won't let harm befall you. Of course, if you are silly enough to let harm befall you, nothing I can do about it. I'm not currently all powerful, but I will be.
I plan on myself ruling a nation, possibly overtaking this one eventually.
Wouldn't it be much simpler if you had a god by your side?
That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. Well then, do you have advice on the first step I should take?
Find the rest of me in the hidden places that Veronmir has put me.
All right.
Oh, don't tell me you thought this poor nation could defeat me.
Hmm. No, but there's none of you in Sephiria?
Of course not. I wasn't destroyed in Sephiria.
You were destroyed in Veronmir.
Yes, I wasn't destroyed in Veronmir. I was betrayed in Veronmir.
Hmm. Interesting.
You wish to rule Veronmir? I can hand it to you on a silver platter. If
As
you can
long as you...
find my pieces.
I'll find your pieces. And I want the nation. And those that kicked me out of the nation's heads also on that platter.
All doable. For one with all power.
All right. It's going to be a busy year then.
Yes, I suppose it would.
All right.
My name is Ordvir, by the way. I feel like I shouldn't have to say it.
I got that. I
You're
officially
okay.
understood for
Gosh.
sure.
All right.
100%. You
Okay.
know, I didn't want to say it and sound dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Hey, I do have a question for you.
Nah,
What's up with the guy that's always talking with us like mace?
I think that there's probably a soul in it. I can assume. I've heard rumors of souls of people. Maybe a child he slayed. You know, he was some sort of squire.
No. There's a powerful entity in that mace.
Oh,
A
like,
truly powerful entity.
Hmm.
That rivals me.
Really? How interesting.
If you can get me close enough to that mace, I can tell you exactly what it is.
All right. Easy enough.
And maybe it could be useful to me.
Yes. I will definitely work on that. Alright, now if you don't mind, I must begin my trek back and
Why did
find
you
these
come all the way out
aspects.
here?
I was hoping to
We could have done this at an inn.
No, I was hoping that I could somehow get to a place between planes.
Oh, a space between spaces.
Yes.
Why?
It's what started this whole mess. I thought if I could get back. I don't know.
You weren't wrong. There's a lot that you can learn from that place.
Apparently, it's some sort of forbidden magic, is what they call it.
Oh, yes, it would have to be. It's where the
If-
tablets of creation are held.
And that means that if it's forbidden, it's probably powerful. And I would wish to harness said power.
One did try. One did try.
Well, I look forward to our partnership.
Yes, you're starting to be far more interesting than you were before. To be honest, you were a bit boring before.
I thought you were just some eyeball.
I thought you were just some woman.
Time to really prove my worth, and I'll just start heading back.
Okay. As you're heading back, the last thing it says to you is, hey, if you want a robot arm, there was that guy that had 2 cannons for arms. I mean, someone had to make that for him. I'm just saying.
I know, I was. It'd just be it wouldn't be dignified, I think, but I think it's the only option I like.
I'm not saying that you have to get a cannon for an arm. I'm just saying
Right.
you can get like a normal arm thing or something. You know,
Yeah.
magic's crazy.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
I guess I didn't trust the.
I'm also realizing the longer I'm around you and your people, my personality is shifting.
I must say, you're far less intimidating. But I figured that will change when I fully unite you.
I took this form because I figured it was the easiest way to communicate with you. It is not my preferred state.
Having a third eye is also not my preferred option.
Well, I can move if you don't want it on your forehead.
No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
I don't know where I would want an eye. Just stay there.
Okay, just let me know.
No, don't worry
It's
about
like,
it.
watch this, and you just feel the eyeball starting to move from your forehead. It is very uncomfortable. It just like it ends up in like on the side of your neck.
Actually, can you go to the back of my hand?
The back of your hand.
Yes.
I mean, you're missing your arm. I can't really. Oh, the other one. I get it. I get it. As it moves down to the back of your hand. Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. It feels disgusting. It's bad. It's bad. Like you know the scene in The Mummy where like those beetles are crawling around that guy. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like.
All right. Perfect.
As you start heading back, we're gonna call it here for tonight. I hope you guys had fun.